Jewellery Maker are very excited to be bringing you the launch of the Knotty Do-It-All tool. We'll be joined by special guest Sandra Younger, who designed this tool, and she will be demonstrating how to achieve professional results quickly and easily using this clever invention. The Knotty Do-It-All is a multifunctional cord knotting tool that will help you master a variety of knotting techniques. The Knotty Do-It-All tool, this Saturday at 11 AM.
If you'd like more information on up-and-coming shows, you can view the programme guide on our website. The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@jewellerymaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Evening, evening, how are we? I hope you're all very, very, very well. Welcome to the late show here at, of course, Jewellery Maker. My name's Rae Carpenter, with you all the way through till 10 o'clock tonight, and we have got it jam-packed. Now, I don't know about you, but obviously there might be something taking place tonight that might be attracting a lot of attention.
It's this gemstone.
It is the gemstone, Alison. Tarry, you are bang on. It is a brand new launch of a brand new gemstone right here tonight on the Late Show. That is what everybody in the whole of the UK is thinking about tonight. We've got a stunner. So this is... it's so much to talk about. It's literally, in the words of Marie, our gemologist, our resident in-house gemologist here at Jewellery Maker, in the words of Marie, literally it is a UK TV first. And it's extremely exciting. Now you might be sat at home going to yourself, right, so how come on this auspicious day you are launching a brand new gemstone? Exactly that reason. We want to make sure that you know that here at JM we are working hard behind the scenes all of the time to bring you new, inspiring, brand new, never been seen before on UK TV, beautiful, beautiful gemstones. And our team are really striving to do that. So what we have to take into consideration today is the fact that you are going to see a brand new gemstone. I'm going to tell you all about what you're going to see in the 7 o'clock hour. In the 7 o'clock hour, I will tell you everything that you need to know about this limited edition kit. Now, let me put this into perspective for you before we kick off tonight. There are 24 available opportunities, and that is it to own this brand new gemstone. 24, Alison, that's it. 24.
And they are amazing.
Well, I know you were running a little bit late tonight,
yes.
But the first thing you said when I said to you, I said, what did you think? Your reaction and that visceral response that you had, that spontaneous, you beamed from ear to ear.
It's amazing. I wasn't expecting, because I'm used to fire opal Sorry.
It's all right.
I'm used to it being...
There's been a promo for...
yes,
that's all right.
I'm not used to getting the colours in it. Does that make sense?
Absolutely.
I've
That's something that we'll talk about.
rainbow.
Yeah, there's something that we'll talk about in depth. It's something that we will talk about in depth as to why you're seeing what you're seeing in the 7 o'clock hour. Now, Alison is going to start the demo, just so that you know, and we're going to talk about this beautiful gemstone. We're going to talk about its history. We're going to talk about its rarity. We're going to talk about why it is a UK first to have Mexican window fire opal. Now, that doesn't mean that it's windowed in the same sense as when somebody poorly cuts a gemstone. It can be windowed and doesn't allow the light in properly. Let me explain. If you want to know more about this and you want to know in depth and how we've got our hands on it for the first time ever on UK TV, according to, of course, Marie, our gemologist, then please join us from 7 o'clock tonight to learn all about it. And then at 7:45, we will open the graphics for all 24 of you to grab hold of this kit. It's very, very exciting and we're looking forward to it. Alison joins me, of course, all the way through till 10 o'clock tonight. Roz is in the hot seat producing, and of course I've got the two mics on team tonight, double micing tonight. Lucy, of course, is down in the Jewellery Maker corridor. There she is.
Woo!
And we're looking forward to having your company. Please keep it here. Get in touch with us tonight, of course. You can do that via 60777. Text JM Studio and then your message, of course. You can get in touch with us on JewelleryMaker.com, and you can get in touch with us via the website. But we're going to kick off for you this evening with a little bit of a cheeky deal on some lovely pearls. Come and have a look at these. Just look at the colour, look at the reflection of colour, look at the body of colour, and then ascertain the fact that what you're getting are cultured pearls, because the colour's gorgeous.
Beautiful.
It's lovely, isn't it? Seeing an awful lot of pearlescence coming through there. Favourite gemstone? What is it?
Oh gosh, I haven't got a favourite gemstone. I can't.
God, please don't make me.
I know, it's like choosing your favourite child or pet. I can't do it. I've got too many. I love so many gemstones.
It's very difficult. I mean, mine is pearl.
Opal,
it doesn't.
Labradorite.
Yeah, well, Labradorite is a firm favourite. Yeah, it's very, very difficult to choose, isn't it? I think with pearls, the reason that I've loved them for so long is that they just come back around in fashion all the time. So they'll go out of fashion, they'll come back into fashion. And there they are, a beautiful classic. Nice size as well, workable size, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're a lovely size. And don't you think that even though they're out of fashion, they're still, like you say, a classic?
Oh
So
gosh, absolutely.
you don't look out of fashion if you wear them.
No.
You just look like you're being classy.
Spot on. She is spot on there. Okay, we are looking at a shoulda, woulda, coulda at £9.95. It's not stopping there. Black freshwater cultured potato pearls. Again, for those of you that know me, you know I don't like that term potato. These are a beautiful Baroque pearl. You've got 6x5 on a 38cm strand. We're going to take that price point even lower. So if you've opened that order already, then you've already paid your shipping and your handling charge the entire day. You can open your order with this one tonight. Make sure that that order is open to join us for that amazing opportunity later. All the way down to £6.95 to kick off the late show tonight. 0800 644 655. Join us online at Jewellery Maker? Yes, not Jewellery Baker. I don't know who that is. JewelleryMaker.com. And of course, you can download the app from the App Store as well. But it is a full-on, stunning strand of really rich colour. Can you see, as I'm moving it ever so slightly, can you see that there's some vivid greens coming through those lovely purplish blues? Such a gorgeous colour, isn't it? It's just like the eye of the peacock coming alive there. £6.95. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming on these, though, of course. A little bit lost of stock and a little bit low on those opportunities, but it kicks us off with a great price point for you tonight on the late show, and gives you a chance to open that order and gives you a chance to just get involved. And I know so many of you will be waiting already to know everything there is to know about the beautiful brand new gemstones in our kit at 7 o'clock. So please do make sure that you are staying tuned for that. It's coming up. We've got less than 50 minutes before that now. 50 minutes. It is really so exciting, isn't it? Yeah. Really is exciting. So make sure that you're checking out. Now, look at these. Oh, my goodness. I've got so much to tell you about those. So much to tell you about those. Bearing in mind, so I've been in the gemstone and jewellery industry now for, gosh, nearly 13 years. And we've never experienced anything like it, and certainly not from this location. So just make sure that you're watching. If you're a connoisseur of gemstones and you have to have those rare collectible moments in your piece of jewellery at home with you, you know, even if you haven't decided on a project just yet, that's okay, that's fine. We've got 24 of them and that's it. Right, gonna move on to got them. Now, obviously, very, very last of stock on these. I do love the fact that, so for example, when I see sapphire gemstone like this, it gives us that organic kind of sapphire rough. I just think it's lovely to be able to introduce something like that. For example, you know, for a gent's piece of jewellery.
Yeah.
Like, I think about my other half and my brothers who appreciate and understand the gemstone, but they don't want anything sparkly. They don't want anything sparkly. And yet this gives a chance to have that beautiful sapphire in a piece of jewellery, and it actually gives really great blues, doesn't it?
Does.
There's a little bit of masking there, a little bit of grey blues coming through, but bearing in mind it hasn't been polished, it hasn't been buffed, it hasn't been faceted. So what you're getting on this strand is that kind of appearance. If you think about maybe 400 years ago when African sapphires were first found, if you think about how they would have been found, certainly first and foremost they were found in shallow riverbeds at Ilam level. If you think about when, you know, the farmers in the area would have been sort of, you know, wading through those shallow rivers, taking cattle across the lands, and then stumbling across this rough blue stone, you've kind of got that history of that story on that strand. Bonkers price of $5.95. An enhanced natural sapphire rough, 35 carats, bonkers price. We're not stopping at $5.95.
No.
Now, Roz and I haven't worked together since, I think Roz is like 1 or 2 first proper days here. So this is... bonkers! Under £4. I don't know if you can buy a sandwich for that price at Marks's anymore.
No. Or on the train station.
Goodness me. Happy days.
No, if you...
17 left in stock. Sorry to interrupt you, Alison.
That's
Sorry.
all right. I was going to say, I was lucky enough to get some drops of sapphire. Beautiful, highly polished. One of those in that as the chain looks stunning together. I love mixing those two together.
Yeah, textures are different, aren't they? Same gemstone, different look, different texture, different kind of a lovely, lovely idea.
Silly.
Lots and lots of you. They are the last 17 strands. If you're sat at home going, I can't quite believe it, guess what? At $3.95, it's coming home, it's coming home, it's coming. 0800 644 655. Make sure that you are checking it out. That is a bonkers deal. It is a great opportunity for you, though. Hi, Dorothy. Hi, Sonia. Hi, Anne-Marie. Carol, Tina, collecting Essex, Victoria, anonymous collectors. Well done. Lots of you are multi-buying. Remember that that's 17 quantity, and everybody who's multi-buying, we don't take that into consideration. Obviously, we'd love for 17 of you to be successful, but at this moment in time, it looks as if about, oh my gosh, well over allocated. So many of you checking out on that. Huge. Oh, Graham's bought 3 of those. Graham, I do not blame you at all. Nia on Ennismorn, Chrysop, Michelle in Derbyshire, collecting County Durham, Beverly in London, Camellia, lovely name. Loads of you there, Daryl, you know, do you know what? Huge good luck. Huge good luck. Well, I don't know quite what to say about that price other than bonkers. Let's move on to... Now, I've not seen... Okay, the sapphire has sold out. Really sorry if you missed out. Keep your eyes peeled. We'll have some more amazing deals. Shibori silk. A medium that instantly, when we first kind of launched this, it just blew my mind. I think it's so pretty. I love the texture. I adore this cut. This is such a beautiful colourway. Look at the peaks and the valleys in this.
Stunning, isn't it?
Isn't it? It's called August Nights. Ooh. It is absolutely beautiful colour. I love the different sides to this as well. That wonderful sheen that you get, and then of course that muted, beautiful. It's so gorgeous. Now, obviously, your Shibori, the colours that we've had for Shibori, Alison, they've been outstanding, haven't they?
Yeah,
we've had those wonderful autumnal tones. We've had bright tropicals, and this is quite subtle pastels. It's a very very classy colourway, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? Do you know, I can see that on sort of Mother of the Bride pieces.
Definitely.
Going to going to something like the races, or something like that. An occasion.
Yeah, definitely, absolutely.
Especially if you manage to get some of those sapphires.
Well, can you believe it? It could absolutely sensational. Can you imagine on a clutch bag, sort of really creating something beautiful for Mother of the Bride with a couple maybe sapphires in there? Just stunning. Or even adding something like that to a bride's garter with your something blue.
Oh yes.
Really lovely. Now, my sister gets married on Saturday, and I know for a fact that bridesmaids are in this colour blue. This blue is back.
You're going to be busy then.
Very busy and very hungover. I'm not going to lie. That is good. It's going to be a party and a half. We're very, very excited about it. Really, really excited about it. So yeah, very much looking forward to that on the weekend. And we've got a hog roast on Sunday for an after party.
Oh, we had one at our wedding, hog roast. I like a hog roast.
My mouth is watering.
Yeah.
Or literally.
Nice.
It's £6.95. £6.95. Now, very limited availability, so please do check out. I would suggest maybe if you get an opportunity to multi-buy on this, and again, remember, this is pure, beautiful, and very, very, very stunning silk that you're getting here. Almost like a forget-me-not blue mixing with daffodil yellows and field greens. It's almost, and I love the name August Nights for this, because it does give, doesn't it, that illusion. And when you think about at the end of summer, when the evenings are just that little bit darker and the sun is setting, and maybe you're driving back from a weekend of seeing friends or family, and you're driving past fields and you see cornflower, you see those, the rapeseed fields all bright yellow, and it's all just coming to an end, isn't it? It's a lovely, lovely, lovely time of year, and encapsulated in those gorgeous colours. Make sure that you are checking out on those. £6.95, well done. I have got it. Now, is this the sparkly one?
Oh, yeah.
Now, let me just grab that. Very, very low stock. 10 only. 10 only. So, this is your magnetic clasp. And let's be very, very clear about this. This is a magnetic clasp that wants to be seen. Look at that.
That's lovely. Oh, with those black pearls.
Oh, it looks fantastic.
I'd have it at the front.
Yeah, it needs to be seen, doesn't it? It does need to be seen. So we've got your brass base, rose gold plating on the top, and then all the cubic zirconia sparkle that you could throw at this to make it a really high-end component for your jewellery. Now, it is a really decent size as well. It's a 10mm size. So if you've had smaller clasps and maybe not been able to kind of get your hands to grips with them and maybe sort of just open and close these, I really do suggest that you get hold. Oh my gosh, that is so strong. Let me just show you that. So let's pop it on the desk. Okay, and I'm just going to pop them. Half the stock already gone. So if I just nudge. Okay, so you've got a really strong magnet. Obviously, with half the stock out the door already, if you have a pacemaker or if you are gifting a piece of jewellery and it's got a magnet on it, the pacemaker wearer cannot wear the magnetic clasp, okay? It's a very powerful one. Woohoo! Got them, says Liz. Well done. Fantastic. Really, really delighted for you, Liz. Hope you're well, my lovely. £5.95 for the magnetic clasp. Decent sized connectors there as well. So even if you were just going to maybe pop the, like a lark's head knot just through there and just have that as a simple bracelet, that would be lovely as well, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
So decorative. It's catching the light beautifully in the studio.
You could use it with the shibori, you could use it with all the fabric type, all the material things we do. Beautiful with chainmail.
Yes.
Look fab with chainmail, beautiful with wire work.
Yeah.
Well, it goes with everything.
Absolutely.
Seed beading would look amazing.
Because it's such a powerful magnet as well, isn't it? Really, really lovely piece. Nice. £5.95, I've got 2 left. 2 left and that's it. Make sure that you're checking that out. A black 8? We can indeed. Okay, so these are dramatic and they're glossy.
Wow.
Yeah, aren't they?
Yeah.
This is such an easy pick up the phone and go for it opportunity, isn't it? Because instantly, when you see that very dramatic and dynamic luster off your agates, I would forgive you if you sat at home thinking, God, those are really big black spinels.
Yeah.
They are your agates. They are in that rice bead shape. They've got a really decent sized drill hole running through them. Personally, a long line necklace like that, and I would be very, very happy. And so simple to do if you were multi-buying on these, wouldn't it be, Alison?
Yeah, absolutely.
With that magnetic clasp that we've just had.
Perfect. And if you wanted to, just get a couple of rose gold rice
nice, just to separate
beads at the front.
Yeah.
Just a few.
Yeah.
3. I do odd numbers. So I'd have to have 3. You did 3s or 5.
Yeah.
That's all you need. Just a little accent at the front.
Lovely idea.
Perfect.
Yeah, really
love
nice.
it. I love
They're
those.
so glossy, aren't they?
Just one in each ear.
Yeah,
amazing.
absolutely. They're so polished, and the facets. $6.95. Look at all of that! Oh my gosh! $6.95. 12 by 8mm on a 38cm strand. Everything that we've got tonight for you is a little bit low on stock, but they are so good we cannot leave them sitting in the warehouse. 31 of these strands left, and that's it to go around. So if you're sat at home this evening, you're tuning in via the web, via the app, because there might be something else going on the TV, you can literally just sit with us, stay with us, and check out of your baskets as soon as you possibly can. Under £4 for the entire day's shipping and handling charge, with a 30-day money-back guarantee on everything. But I'll be honest with you, I think when you get these home and you see the polish and you see the luster and you see that glossy quality to these, you will be, I think, absolutely over the moon. I mean, I'm assuming if you've got, in your stash at home, your shepherd's hooks, and you are creating a pair of earrings out of these very simply, that you are charging at least double that price for that pair of earrings. At least. So you're making your money back and then some just from one pair of earrings on these. Surely.
One would hope so.
Hold those lines. Especially if you're using your lovely solid stunning silver findings. Where next, Ros, my lovely? Okay. I think it's this one. I'm just gonna, There's 2 strands of amethyst rondelles on here. This one's definitely multi-tonal though, so I'm gonna go with it. We've got little light pink amethysts travelling through those lilacs to those sort of deeper, almost chocolate box colours coming through there. Lovely lustre on these. Do like a polish and a sparkle. Now, they're graduated in size as well as sectioned into those multi-tones. So you can just see you've got a darker centre and then it comes out to a lighter edging, to darkers again, to those lighter tones. $8.95. It's a nice long strand actually. Normally these strands are around about an 18cm strand for our sort of faceted amethyst. This is a 32cm strand. So that's a lovely extra lot of amethyst that you're going to get for an amazing price. $8.95, not stopping there. 0800 644 655. Just make sure you're checking out and confirming. Some amazing prices to kick off the late show tonight. Lots and lots of lovely messages coming into Roz, into the gallery, asking about the Mexican window fire opal. Now, I will go into massive detail about them with you from 7 o'clock. But we won't bring the graphics in because there's only 24. There's 24 kits and that's it. And there's not more in the warehouse at this moment in time. It's 24 and that's your lot. Now, if we were to open this for pre-order, they'd be gone by now. If we opened these at 6 o'clock with only 24 available, they would have been gone. So we decided that we will make it as fair as we possibly can, and those graphics will open at 7:45. 7:45, just after, we will open up those graphics and give all 24. Mind you, if somebody multi-buys, hold those lines. Well done. Love that we do gemstones the size of seed beads. Just means we can mix our mediums, doesn't it, Alison?
It does. I adore that size. They're great for accents when you're doing wirework pieces, and you just want that accent of colour, and you can just run a line of those, and it looks incredible.
Well, I suppose there's just that little element of interest as well, then, isn't it?
It just breaks up. If you're doing a lot of heavily layered wire weaving, then it just breaks it up a little bit from being that one colour, and it just gives you that bit of interest. I absolutely, and also perfect if you're doing caging for shoes and things, because they're not massive. Perfect size for the shoes.
Nice idea. The fact that we can get so many of our beading threads through a smaller gemstone must be quite something as well, because you see these and you think, right, that's great, I'm going to be so limited what I can do with these, but actually it's so deceptive, because you can get really decent sized threading sort of material through these, can't you?
Whenever I'll hold my hand up and say I've not had that specific stand, but normally when I have like a 2mm, then your 0.4 goes through without any trouble.
Lovely.
And that's beautiful, because that's what you want. That's what you want for those type of pieces. I mean, using it with, I'm seeing the green. And the red. They'd go perfectly with it.
The
spacers and they go with everything on there.
They do. And the thing is as well, you've got that beautiful smooth texture, so it's not detracting from anything. That is £2.95. £2.95 normally are 2mm strands. And I think it's a brilliant. £12.95 or £6.95 normally are 2mm gemstones.
Well, could you imagine trying to actually facet one or cut it into a round?
Absolutely.
And it's that. I have enough trouble trying to thread them and drop them and send John looking for them before he stands on them.
I think that's definitely less than the price of a sandwich, without a shadow of a doubt. It's less than the one that Roz bought on the way to work. It's less than the coffee that I bought as well on the way up here. Absolutely crazy. Brazilian, beautiful Rio Grande do Sul, smooth black agate rounds at £2.95.
And like you say, mixing it in with your seed beads. I love mixing the gemstones in with the seed beading. Or putting it with your shibori. It'd go nice with that shibori.
It would look really dramatic, wouldn't it? Everybody who's multi-buying, hold those lines. Well done. Well done. Lovely stuff. Okay. We've got a star buy for you next. So, there it is. I was looking for it. This is a very large July birthstone. Now we are in the month of July, and that means ruby, 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 ruby. Oh yes. Now, when we normally bring you ruby, it is in a, I'm just looking to see, no, I haven't got it. Well, it's normally a faceted rondelle strand. However, this is not one of those moments. Come and have a look at, and again, just remember low stock, but a big ruby.
Wow.
That colour is just black cherry delicious, isn't it? It just is. The colour reminds me of a blend of rubellite and pink tourmaline, like the deepest, richest, most seductive of colours of those beautiful gemstones coming together in a ruby. It isn't your textbook Mozambique red, okay, or your Burmese red. The thing about this is that what you really have to take home with you is that this is an enhanced, natural, again, Ratnapuri ruby. When you think about Ratnapuri and you think about its history and you think about the production of ruby in this area, it has been something that is so distinctively different to the ruby that we see coming out of Africa. There is a little bit more of a richer, more seductive, more sensuous kind of deep black cherry colour that comes from your ruby. Plus, not a minute, not a second, not a millisecond of fissure filling or glass filling or lead filling or heat treatment or anything to do with treating this other than taking the rough of the ruby, cutting it, shaping it, and then polishing it. Now, it's an amazing size. You're guaranteed 10 carat at 17 by 11 millimetres. This is a lovely big size. I'd love to see this as a ring.
I was just thinking it's a perfect size for a ring.
As for a ring,
beautiful.
Without a doubt.
Also a nice dropper, but all of those, I tend to gravitate rings.
What?
I love
Say
them
that
as
again.
rings.
Sorry, Alison. Under pardon? A 10 carat
10 carat.
red corundum, polished, shaped, with depth, with size, and glossy quality, under £10 tonight for the last of stock on these.
Wow.
Isn't that outstanding?
That's amazing. When I first started making jewellery, I never dreamed
No,
I'd
but you
own the big
wouldn't.
5.
You wouldn't,
Or the
though.
big 4 then, wasn't it?
It would have been the big 4, yeah.
I never dreamed. That's amazing. If that was in sterling silver, you've got to be pushing towards 3 figures.
Surely.
I mean, I sell a sterling silver ring, woven sterling silver,
Yeah.
with, you know, the strands of diamonds we do?
Yes.
With the tiniest diamonds off the end, 4 of those in,
Yeah.
and that's £60. So one that size, it's got to be 3 figures.
But I think as well, when we put it into perspective, I think that if a ruby is underpriced
Yeah.
to people who don't necessarily study gemstones,
Yeah.
understand their rarity, that prediction on a price for a ruby
Yeah.
is of 3 figures. And I think that if you're getting something for under that, you question, don't you?
You do. And you think, well, because it, you know, you see the faceted clear stuff you get in the rings, and then you see this, which arguably I think is nicer, but that's my taste. Then you don't necessarily know, and if you see it at a silly price tag, then you are going to think you're devaluing it if you put it too cheap.
Yeah.
You really do.
And I think so with solid sterling silver. I think it's one of those things where there's a necessity for solid sterling silver to be set with this. Now, with our kit at 7 o'clock, when we open the graphics at 7:45, there is a chance for you to get hold of solid sterling silver wire that would be perfect as well if you had any left over. A simple prong set ring with this would be perfect. And even if you're just making that for yourself, you own 10 carats of ruby. Do you know what I mean?
Perfect for the demo we're going to do after as well.
Oh,
to
smashing.
set this. So if you don't know how to set it, we've got the perfect demo for you.
Beautiful. So watch at 7 o'clock to know how to set this one. Please do. We're having the demo with Alison at 7, and then we open the graphics for the 24 limited edition kits that we've got for you with our brand new gemstone, and it's coming your way in about just over an hour's time. Please do make sure, Amina, well done indeed to you, multi-buying, well done Christine, Noreen, Lillian, collectors in County Durham, multi-buying, Camellia in Cork, multi-buying, Doreen, well done indeed to you, loads of you there with that in your basket, good luck, brilliant deal. So, these are half drilled pearls. Now, they're quite a sizable pearl, actually. They have the most, for earrings, they are, or pendants, they are the most perfect drop. I want to show you this. I mean, this one in particular has some of the most incredible pearlescence. Look at these. Pearlescence is astonishing. Now that looks, can you see there's a line here? That is not a satin ring. That is the light in the studio bouncing off the very, very surface where this desk is reflecting. You can see, if I bring the tweezers in, just here, you can see it in front. That's the reflection of light in the studio. Wow. Perfect pearlescence.
Absolutely gorgeous. The pearlescence we get off those. And I was just going to say about the line, because when I first saw them, I thought, oh, there's a line on them. And then when you see it, there's not.
No.
It's just
so how it looks down the camera lens.
Amazing.
They are extremely high luster pearls. Now, they're half drilled, and you do have to be extremely careful when you are doing any sort of half drilling. Alison, obviously, there will be a specific way in which we need to encapsulate these. I know that there will be slightly different ways. Sheila did a really great thing with bead caps the other night.
Oh, right.
And it almost became like a prong set ring.
Wow.
But it was really amazing. But in a more traditional sense, with the half drill, what would we do?
So you need to make sure your post is a bit rough. And you can actually use wire if you want to.
Okay.
Make sure your post's a little bit rough.
So what would you do that? A bit of sandpaper or something?
Sandpaper, a file.
Okay.
Just, you know, an emery board, just to rough it up a little bit. Just not pop it into the pearl first, so you're not going to make the rest of it rough.
Yeah, okay.
Just rough it off. I tend to put the glue into the hole because I use the...
It'll come to her. It's
not the E6000, it's the other one because it's got a very, very fine nozzle on it.
Okay.
So I can get that into the pearl and make sure there's no residue on it, because that's what you want to watch. You don't want to put glue on and then spurt it all over this pearl.
That pearl,
yeah.
no.
And then pop it in and don't risk moving it for good. Leave it for 24 hours.
Don't be tempted.
Safe. Don't be tempted. Don't go, oh, is it loose yet?
Okay.
Leave it. Let it be.
Walk away.
Yeah. Put it down.
Prices on your screen, $7.95. Wow. You're getting 4 in the pack.
Nice.
Again, perfect. Less than £2 each per pearl. So earrings, maybe even a pendant going on there, and maybe encapsulating one of those in a ring. I mean, there's just so many opportunities for you. Bridal jewellery, yes.
May I borrow one for a second?
You may indeed, my lovely.
I'm not going to do anything with it.
That's all right if you do. that's why you're here.
I just wanted to see. Right, so that's the 1 mil. It would go through the 1 mil if it was reamed a little bit. But it goes on to 0.8 wire. So,
smashing. Thank you, my lovely. Perfect.
Oh, actually, that's 1 mil. That
is a 1 mil.
Yeah, so it does actually go onto 1 mil wire. So if you've got the sterling in the kit, you could make your own creations and not have to rely on a specific post.
Lovely. Fabulous stuff. Thank you, Alison, my lovely. And you may have whatever you like from over here. Oh, I tell you what, I don't know what you did there, but you've got the strength of an ox, because I've not been able to take that pearl. Thank you, my lovely. There's a knack. Twist.
You did loosen
I saw the twist then. I was thinking to myself, I'm not strong enough just to pearl off the wire. Please do make sure that you're checking out on those. Well done. Okay. Moving on to... Ooh. Okay. I would... Now, these are classed as ovals, and I get that because they are more of an oval shape, but it's quite an organic oval. What I mean by that is that they are almost like oval is the sort of main body, but they are more, for me, they're more like a sort of almost an oval nugget, if you like. 40 carats of Labradorite, 5x4 to 9x6, with some lovely labradorescence. Now, the reason I say that, and I will say this to you as often as I possibly can, is that when you've got smaller pieces of Labradorite, unless it's of really cracking quality, you sometimes don't see that performance of light. You sometimes don't see that energy from within your Labradorite, and it's such a shame. We are very lucky because we have sourced some outstanding Labradorite. $28 left in stock. 28 left in stock. 48. Oh my goodness me! Wow! Top to bottom drilled, centre drilled as well. And I'm just kind of showing off those amazing moments of golden labradorescence, pewter blues, ultraviolets, greens, and just discuss a little bit of the diaphanity from within these as well. Now what that means is the level of clarity that you're getting in your labradorites that we don't sometimes necessarily see in the bigger pieces.
No, we don't, do we?
Exciting.
It is exciting, and the colours you're getting from those. It gives you a different feel when you're wearing it as well, because the different base colour and that clarity will give you a slightly different look and feel. Definitely go with the second kit.
Oh yes. Oh yes. $3.95 on your screen, but they are the last stock. Hi Michelle, hi Catherine, hi Rebecca, hello Anonymous Collectors, nice to see you tonight. Lots and lots of messages coming into Roz. You've got about an hour to wait to be able to get your hands on the brand new gemstone launch. Hypo Cement.
Thank you. Hypo Cement.
Thank you to our customer who made. You know when you just have brain fog?
Yeah.
Yeah. Brain fog moment. Yes. Thank you so much. It's one of those. The other one with a small nozzle.
Yeah. Use it so often.
Thank you so much for helping us out there. Yeah, the Mexican window opal is coming your way in about. We're looking at about an hour's time. The graphics go live at just after 7:15. The demo with Alison and talking all about that gemstone is still coming up for you from 7, but the graphics coming on screen at about 2:15. It's going to be, what? Just 50-ish, no, 55-ish minutes, just probably a bit over that to wait. And we've been going for 8 years and not had this gemstone. Almost as long as we've been waiting for the World Cup to come back to England. Just hashtag say it. We're going to... yeah. This is for me, whenever I see this, there are certain gemstones that transport me mentally to somewhere else, to a location, giving a very vivid visual, almost an audible and sort of scent kind of sort of experience as well. The reason I say that, this reminds me of whenever I see this strand, it reminds me of my first ever holiday to Turkey, when I finished my GCSEs at the age of 16, and with the boyfriend of then, we flew out to Turkey for the first time, and we went and visited the spice markets, and the heady smell and the sun and the heat and the apple tea. It's a whole revisit of the experience in my mind. And I don't know if you sometimes have that with a gemstone, but look at all that warmth and that spice and that sparkle. It is gorgeous. This is your sunstone, 30 carat, $6.95. Look at that little hint of sparkle, that adurescence coming through. Not adurescence, sorry, aventurescence, I should say. Getting my AAAs all mixed up there. Your aventurescence. All that lovely glittering sparkle. $6.95 on your screen. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming. Hold those lines. 14 of those left in stock. 14. 1-4. Good luck. Huge good luck. Store buy. Let's do it. These are so pretty. Oh, Alison, aren't these gorgeous? Dainty little pretty. Oh, I've got to say, love these. My niece Grace, who is 8 years old and literally like a little magpie, she is a monkey, I've got to say. So if she ever comes to my house, I have to lock my bedroom door. She is such a magpie that she will go to my jewellery box and come down literally like Mr. T, covered in all my jewellery. Some of it goes missing, some of it goes missing. But to create a really pretty piece of jewellery out of these, dainty, delicate, aren't they pretty? We're getting 5 in the pack. You've got a double connector either side. Start price is £9.95 for these, goodness me. They're 5x8mm. They've got just that gorgeous, rich 18 karat gold plating, of course, on top of your solid sterling silver. But you've also got your, and I'm just going to count the cubic zirconias here. I do believe we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, so we've got 8 cubic zirconias in total, prong set into these little tiny butterflies. Now, obviously, you know, these are not the biggest butterflies that we've bought you. We've bought you sort of, you know, 3 centimetres across, quite dramatic pendants in your butterflies because it's one of those classics, isn't it? But when you're looking at something that's dainty and pretty and delicate and it's still got 8 stones popped into that precious metal,
amazing.
It's quite impressive, isn't it?
It is quite impressive. And they're gorgeous, aren't they?
Really, what would you be inclined to do with these?
We see, I might take them in their purest form and just make a little bracelet.
Yeah, nice idea.
But they're great for... the black...
They would look lovely in an anklet, Roz. That's a.
Oh,
do you know
yes,
what? They're
nice
just
anklet.
small enough actually to not. Because I wear. I wear a heck of a lot of lycra because when I'm not here, I am doing personal training and fitness classes. So I literally live in lycra. But I've got an anklet on which has got one of the JM solid sterling silver stars on. But I have to nudge it lower than the legging because the star digs into my ankle. But these would be perfect, Roz.
Yeah.
Really perfect. What were you going to say, Alison, my lovely?
In
their purest
also, just one in. Could you make a little stretchy with the black 2 mil rounds we had?
Nice. Let's grab them and let's have a look.
You know, a dainty little stretchy. They'd look beautiful.
Do you know what? That's a really lovely idea. Because normally we look at what sort of 6 mil and above. Oh, she's right. Of course, she's right. Now that would be gorgeous. Really lovely. What a lovely idea.
I think they'd be great.
She's
And you could
nailed it.
stack them. You could stack them as well and have little
you could
butterflies at
just
different
have maybe
places.
3 going through there.
Yeah.
Really lovely idea. We'll always keep odd numbers now with Alison.
Yes, got to be odd numbers. Mostly.
So there's the details on the bottom of your screen for your agate at £2.95. And the details then on the drop down are £7.95, reduced from £9.95 to £7.95 per 18 karat gold solid sterling silver butterfly beautiful connector. Really lovely. I love the idea of working with those on that simple sort of, just as you said, just a really simple bracelet as well. Lovely, lovely idea. Do make sure that you are checking out on the black agate and of course those connectors if you want to take that lovely idea from Alison that little bit further, which I think is a lovely idea. Really delicate. I love the idea of being able to make just very subtle, elegant, you know, very sort of understated pieces of jewellery, as well as big statement pieces. And the stack of bracelets are everywhere. I mean, you know me and my stack of bracelets. I've taken 7 of mine off already and kept 3 on. So, you know, hold those lines. Well done.
Wow.
I really like those. We're going to move on for you. So let's go to, oh, these are big. Really. Look at these. Now, flat bottomed rondelles.
They're stunning.
I love that you can see those gorgeous colours. Say that again for me, please, Roz. It's jam-packed, isn't it? Now, we have had some of our strands around about this length. Around about this length over the last few months. This is a 35cm strand, just jam-packed as well, with not small pearls.
No.
10 by 5 mil. They've got great depth to them. They make beautiful cufflinks, really lovely cufflinks, pardon. Cufflinks. Cufflinks is what I meant to say. Beautiful greens.
Doesn't Jan do a technique a bit like Glen Lyra?
Oh yes, yeah.
And she pops a diamond in the middle of it, and they'd be
Really?
perfect for it because they're that
Like
cushiony
the
shape with a flat
iris
bottom
that Glen used to do. Yeah, okay.
So she pops a diamond in
So
there.
Glen Lyra, our old sister channel, of course, Gemporia. Glen was a huge influence in gemstones and jewellery and the sort of the whole gemologist side of Gemporia. Glen had had a design called the iris, which was where there was a main gemstone with a second gemstone. The torus had a diamond in it, and the iris had sort of a contrasting gemstone in it. But yes, there is a collection. Yes, I do think you're right. That's a really lovely idea to do that.
Beautiful like that, wouldn't they? Or a bubble style bracelet. They'd look amazing as a bubble style bracelet because they've got that broadness to them.
Yes.
As well as being a puffy.
Very. That would be proper kind of dynasty style head turning.
Oh, gosh,
sort of beautiful look, wouldn't it? Did you just say then, Roz? Sorry, my lovely, that you think that Jan's got a DVD coming out?
I'm sure she has.
Okay. So she's got a ring that has got that diamond and the pearl going on. So that's a DVD that's coming out. How exciting. That's coming your way in August. So grab these now. And then, of course, when Jan brings out the DVD in August, which is just 2 weeks away, there's honestly, this year, I don't even, don't get me started. £9.95. Hi Lillian, hello Christine. Hello collectors in the West Midlands, anonymous collectors, well done indeed to you. Hello to Heidi and Michelle, well done indeed, and Deborah. Great to have your company tonight. We are under £10 for really big freshwater cultured pearls. Really big, hold those lines, well done. Stash builder alarm coming up. It's not often we get a chance to see these in the yellow gold either. These are lovely. Let me just pop these between the tweezers for you. Oh, hang on, stay. Thank you. I truly believe that when we have opportunities like this, you need to be adding to your stash. Don't wait for the next time. Don't just try and search our website for them willy-nilly just on one day. When they're on your screen, grab them while you can. We don't get them that often, and they are like gold dust. They're in the 18 karat gold plating. You've got your flat head pin, but just think of how sturdy. You've got a 0.6 gauge here on a 4 centimetre drop. Think of all the shepherd's hooks. Think of all the components that you are going to be able to create from this. Pack of 10 of these, 0800 644 655, solid sterling silver, 18 karat gold on top. All work hardened for you, £3.95.
Perfect with those pearls for that bubble style bracelet.
Wouldn't it be? Wouldn't it be? And what a contrast, those deep, rich colours in this. Really, really lovely. £3.95, that is it. Works out about 40 pence per solid sterling silver and gold head pin. It's a little bit bonkers really, isn't it?
It is. And if you trim the end, don't throw it away, because you can always make jump rings with it.
Yes.
Or melt it down.
Yeah, well, it is precious metal. That's what we do have to remember with these. They are precious metal. £3.95 on your screen. Definite stash builder for you. So please do make sure that you are checking out and confirming on these. Multi-buy to your heart's content, as some of you already are, which is lovely to see. And again, when you are multi-buying, just remember it is a one shipping and handling charge for the entire day here at JM. So please do make sure you're taking advantage of that. Lots of you messaging in about the kit. We're minutes away minutes away from talking to you about those incredible gemstones, minutes away from seeing Alison's demo, and about 45-ish minutes away from being able to bring 24 of you the opportunity to own those new gemstones. Say that again for me, please, Ross. Got them. Another stash builder, just goes with absolutely everything. They really do. Use them as a spacer bead, you know, or of course in their entire beautiful clear quartz way. I think maybe even a contrasting cord colour going through this. You'd see the clear quartz, but you'd have a really maybe a bright vivid pink or a blue running through those. You'd see that cord colour then, wouldn't you?
It's great for knotting. I know we say pearl knotting, but it's any gemstone knotting, and you can use that knotting as part of your design. It's not just to blend into the background because it's there to save your pearls in case the strand breaks, which is where it came from. But you can use it, like you say, change your colour. We do some cord that's like a rainbow colour, so it changes as you go along. That would be fantastic with something like that.
You could wear something like that for Pride. Couldn't you?
Oh, brilliant! Yeah, absolutely.
Kind of show all of that off.
Yeah.
All those flamboyant colours. $6.95 on your screen. Make sure that you are checking. Oh, it's moved at that price.
Look at the clarity.
$4.95. Clear Brazilian Rio Grande do Sul quartz, 30 carats, all calibrated, continuous clarity, continuous size in that desert island 4mm size as well. Brilliant. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming on those. $4.95. Great opportunity to add those to your stash, without a doubt. So we have got a very special launch coming up for you tonight. Our gemologist, our in-house gemologist, Marie, has said that as far as she is concerned, this is a UK TV first to be able to bring you these natural beauties. I've got a lot to share with you about these gemstones, a huge amount, and Alison has got a way of showing you how we can work with these beautifully as well. We're going to talk to you a lot more about them when, of course, they come to your screen in a few minutes' time. The graphics for the kit, there's 24 in the world, 24 kits in the world, that's it. That is it. So we've got 24 chances coming up for you just after 6:45 tonight. So if you're waiting to get your hands on this, we have to make it fair. We haven't got 124. We've got 24 kits. That means only 24 people maximum can own the Mexican window opals that we are about to launch for you tonight. Very, very, very exciting times for us here at JM, and looking forward to being able to put these into your collection. So make sure that you are staying tuned. I've got loads to tell you about this beauty coming up, plus of course solid sterling silver wire coming your way as well. So join myself and Alison on the other side of this as we take you through our brand new launch gems.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre.
Jewellery Maker are very excited to be bringing you the launch of the Knotty Do-It-All tool. We'll be joined by special guest Sandra Younger, who designed this tool, and she will be demonstrating how to achieve professional results quickly and easily using this clever invention. The Knotty Do-It-All is a multifunctional cord knotting tool that will help you master a variety of knotting techniques. The Knotty Do-It-All tool, this Saturday at 11 AM.
Our Jewellery Maker community is a fantastic platform to share, learn, chat and make new friends. So why not like our Facebook page and join over 64,000 like-minded people. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend $4.95 with us, you'll get a free welcome pack which contains everything you need to get started, including step-by-step project cards and a DVD which will give you the chance to be able to create an arrangement of different items of jewellery. You'll also get a manual which will help to familiarise you with all the items you're going to be creating and all the tools you're going to need to do so. Plus you'll also get a free pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier, so why not give it a go today?
It's time. It's been a very long time since we have launched a brand new stone, as in one that has not been ever in the building kind of thing. This is one of those moments where, speaking to Marie, our resident gemologist, earlier on today, and she was telling me all about her experience in getting her hands on this beautiful gemstone for the first time and her passion for it and her reasons why. You kind of think to yourself, this is a JM first, and according to Marie, it's not just a JM first, this is a UKTV first.
Wow. Ooh, chills.
And only 24 chances. Not that I'm not going to harp on about that. What I want to do is explain to you what it is you're seeing. So let's talk fire opal generically to start off with. Now, I know that Alison mentioned earlier, we worked with Australian fire opal. We've worked with, and both of us, of course, seen a lot of fire opal during our careers. Yeah. Mexican fire opal in particular. I would say I have seen Mexican fire opal in single bodies of colour that have wowed me. Literally probably the same colour as my top. Bright, fiery lava oranges and reds. Really quite extraordinary. Replicating the colour of the lava that would have come from those volcanic areas in Mexico, which is where your beautiful opals from Mexico, of course, have formed. They're very, very different to your Australian opals. Australian opals form in the main from ancient seaways. Hydrophane opal is caused through ancient volcanic activity. So think your Ethiopian opal, all that explosive colour. So when fire opal came out of Jalisco in Mexico, from a sort of, I would say probably one of the most volcanic areas, or sort of dormant now areas of volcanic activity in the world. So much so that back in 2007 there was a little bit of volcanic activity, and so excavation of opal from that area stopped totally, because you don't go there when it's hot. No. But fire opal from this area of Mexico it's well documented and is very well known for its purity of colour. It's powerful, sort of packed full of colour, not play of colour. We're not talking play of colour. We are talking bodies of colour with a little bit of diaphanity. So when we then think about Jalisco, now Jalisco, and when you're talking about certain areas of Mexico, so Jalisco and Querétaro, which is about 200 kilometers northwest of Mexico City, that is the area that we know as a jewellery world that is some of the best producers of fire opal coming out of Mexico. What you don't expect from fire opal from this area is the explosive body colour of an Ethiopian opal in the fire opal. You don't expect that strawberry opal to look into it and see play of colour. You don't expect that. And that's because it's not from your regular location for opals from Mexico. This is Chihuahua Mexican fire opal, and it is just incredible. This is the Copper Canyon in Chihuahua. Oh yes, there's an actual place called Chihuahua. We're not talking about the little yip yip. We are talking about Chihuahua, the city of Chihuahua in Mexico. We're talking the Copper Canyon. Now, Copper Canyon is an extremely exciting area, and I want to explain to you why. So, before we get on to the fire opal excitement, let's talk about the host rock that opal is formed on. This is rhyolite. This is known as the desert rose.
Really?
Yeah.
I've never seen it like
Haven't
this before,
you?
no.
So this is rhyolite. This is the desert rose, that pinky, sandy, beautiful sort of like pink sand dune base. This is not a doublet. This is not a triplet. This is a rhyolite base. So the rock formations, the old volcanic rock in the Copper Canyon area is a rhyolite base. Now let me explain to you why that's exciting. Because rhyolite is a form of obsidian. So obsidian is basically rapidly cooled rhyolite. So rhyolite is caused through volcanic lava rapidly cooling millions and millions of years ago. Had it cooled even quicker, it would have been obsidian, your gemstone glass, if you like. So you've got rhyolite as your base, this desert rose pink sands. That's what rhyolite is known as. And in this area, it's not known for then producing opal in the rhyolite. It is very, 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 very rare and scarce within the world of opal to find opal in rhyolite. So you've got your Copper Canyon, check. You've got your rhyolite host rock. What? So incredibly rare. Then you have this fire opal window. Now, this is so difficult because when we say window, for those of you that know gemstones, when I say the word window, for me, the window I think is a derogative term. Basically, a window in a gemstone means that it hasn't been cut properly. But this window is a pure opal. This is a pure opal window. So the opal has formed in the rhyolite and it's clear. It is a clear fire opal. What? So first and foremost, you've got those reds and those oranges, Alison, of the fire opal embedded in the rhyolite, and then you look in it and it's like, I want to be an Ethiopian fire opal. Look at all my colour.
I know. I've just been looking at this one, and the greens it's amazing, and the
it's just bonkers,
oranges and the reds, and
so
wow.
I'm going to hold this one up, and I'm really going to hope that I can twist and turn this so that you can see. This is natural. This is not a doublet. This opal has not been placed.
Wow. Look at the pins.
Can you see? Can you see that universe? That otherworldly play of light and colour. So the rhyolite is the host rock, that desert sand, that pink rose. It's called the desert sands, the desert rose sands. And then you've got fire opal. So you can see that orangey red fire opal has started to form with play of colour. Now let's be very, very clear about this. Normally, if we want to see play of colour, we go ahead and buy an Ethiopian opal and we dye it red. This is all natural.
It's incredible.
So every single moment of this is your rhyolite host rock, your hydrophane Mexican fire opal transparent, which is so incredibly beautifully rare, and then of course embedded into the rare desert rose rhyolite. I'm going to pick up another one for you just so you can see.
Colours from here, wow.
Look. Now, I don't know if you... Look, hang on a minute. Let me just give that a buff. Wait. It's got my fingerprints on it, and you don't want that. So let's just buff that up.
I've got goosebumps.
I need the graphics.
You do, Leanne. You really do.
Come and have a look. I just want to... I know they're coming. I promise you, please be quick and fast on these. Oh, okay. There we go.
Sorry.
Now, that's in the studio, okay? Those flashes of green and red that you're seeing there. Now, let me explain to you what Marie said to me tonight that really, for me, made me understand. I've never met Marie before until tonight, because obviously she works in the daytime and I come into the building at, the time when everybody else is leaving to do the late show with you. I am the Jewellery Maker vampire. But I want your gemstones. I don't want to suck your blood. But what I will say is that this, when Marie was talking, she was so animated, and I could sense that passion and that excitement about this. And then she kind of hit me with it, and she went, and the 2 original pieces that I found when I was over there, she said, they are on the window still at home. And she said, and the natural light comes in, and she was talking like this, and it was non-stop, and it was like this one time at band camp, kind of carry on talking until you could just sense that excitement. And so when somebody is talking to you, she doesn't need to sell the gemstone to me. I've been in the world of gemstones for 13 years. I know my gemstones, I understand my gemstones, that's where my expertise is, and that's where my qualifications are. So to have that exuberance, to have somebody talking so passionately and animatedly about something that they've got on their windowsill in their home is an incredibly exciting opportunity, I think, for us at JM to be able to share with you. Alison, you worked with them, my darling, didn't you? Obviously. So you, and I'm just going to pick up the one that Alison was showing you a second ago, and just because the rainbow, it's almost like, and with all due respect, it's almost like looking at the colours of amethyst trapped in a fire opal. Can you see that?
Yeah.
And that's down the camera lens. Look at the pink of the rhyolite. Look at the desert rose. This is from Debbie. Debbie says, I could just imagine these as a dragon eye jewellery. And now, do you know what, Debbie, you're kind of speaking to the right women here about that. Because, but especially the ovals. And you know, it takes me back to taking my son to see Lord of the Rings, and the moment when that eye opens. And it's such a powerful image, isn't it? And because you've got the fire in there as well, there's all that whole connotation of the fire-breathing dragons and your Game of Thrones, your Mother of Dragons, everything else that goes with it at the moment. Very powerful gemstone, I think. Now, I need to have your attention for a second, because we have to remember that although this boulder opal is in rhyolite, we have to remember that that transparent section is natural unenhanced opal. It's not a resin, okay? That stained glass window of colour that is coming through that opal, that is natural. So this has to be treated with TLC. No perfumes, no body lotions, no sprays. This needs to be, this is still an opal. Yes, the base is a little bit more durable because it's your rhyolite, absolutely. But that window, that opal window into that extraordinary universe of play of colour that is so rare, that we never see in that hydrophane. What we have to remember with this is that that section is natural and enhanced fire opal, and so it needs that TLC. Now, I know you're waiting for graphics. Please bear with us. You've got about half an hour to wait. And I know that you're screaming at the screen going, no, we said 7:45. So we have to stick to it. Otherwise, if we brought the graphics in now, somebody was sort of busy doing something else and was there ready at 7:45. We went, oh, it's all sold out. You bought it. And lynched. Lynched. So, Alison, you're going to demo for us. We're also going to bring in some components and some tools that you might need to sort of encapsulate these as well. We'll talk. I'll tell you what's really great in this section now, while myself and Alison are with you. Get your questions in about this to us. Get your questions in, because now is the time to ask. not when you're taking delivery of these. Now, we are talking extremely rare and extremely limited. Okay, I need you to keep that in your mind. Alison, my darling, over to you.
I have a question.
Yes.
I have a question. I'll have that one back so I can demo with. That's my demo one. That's not my question. This one has colours running up and down. It's got like a vein of opal going through it. And when I turn it in a certain way, I'm hitting a real peacock blue. Wow. I've never seen that before.
Well, when we think about
I don't know whether I'll be able to get it to the camera.
Actual rare colours in an opal. So let's talk. Let's talk about actual and apparent rarity. Okay? I don't know if you've heard of actual and apparent rarity.
Amazing.
All gemstones have an actual rarity and an apparent rarity. The apparent rarity is what the customer desires in the gemstone. So as a customer, a lot of people want to see those reds. They want to see those reds in an opal, and that is the apparent rarity because, of course, the more reds are there, the more people want to buy them, the more powerful the opal sort of appears, and therefore that is the apparent rarity. The actual rarity is the ultraviolets, those blues that you were just talking about there, because they are the rarest colours that you find in an opal. But everybody wants those bright reds. That's okay. Not everybody. I can't just tie you all with the same brush because I know some of you will be sat at home. No, I want the ultraviolet. I want the ultraviolet. So it's all about apparent and actual rarity, and these are things that you take into consideration when you are valuing a gemstone. You know, it's not the main thing, but it is something that you do take into consideration when you're valuing a gemstone. And so when you see flashes of ultraviolet and blue like that, it's incredibly rare.
I've never seen it before. I've got chills.
Exciting. They're multiplying.
I know. I'm so excited.
Right, my lovely. What are you going to show us? You know, what are we going to do with this? What's your ideas?
I'm going to show you how to do the pendant.
Okay.
But we're using a different shape. Fabulous. But it's the same technique. So it kind of shows you two things. Shows you how to set it. And I wanted to keep the main bulk of that. I just wanted to sort of, I could have gone mad and had this elaborate design, but the two kits I had just wanted to do the maximum for the gemstone. You know, it's all about that gemstone.
Not detract from it.
So these are two different shapes. So the other thing it's going to show you is this is versatile. You can use it whichever shape you get. I can do it with that triangular shape one, the roundish one.
Marquise,
it will suit them all.
There was a marquise shape one, wasn't there? Yeah.
I didn't see that one. But you can do it with all the shapes.
Yes, lovely stuff.
They hid that one from me.
Just wanted to can we just see Alison's design again? Is that okay? Very quickly again, and I know that a lot of you will already know this, but for those of you who sat at home going, right, okay, why? So I'm seeing a little bit of play of colour coming through there. I'm seeing a little bit of speckled orange, a little bit of speckled green. If we were to move that, that's static. And obviously, light needs to enter and exit those gemstones. So when we move that, the one that Alison's got there, when she got it out of the bag earlier, the reds and the greens that were coming out of that were really exciting. So just remember that that movement for play of colour, when you get that static little pin fire, beautiful, is when you move it, that's when those electrifying explosive tones are coming through.
And that's why I think things like this are perfect for jewellery. They're amazing for jewellery. I look at this one, and it's just like you're going miles down into this pool with the fluorescent gemstones and things in a deep cave pool. It's just like going down there. You know, when you, I don't know if you've ever dived in a cave or gone into a cave and then you switch a light on and it goes pow with all this, and that's what it's like, isn't it?
It's like looking down into a cave and finding a rainbow. Isn't it? And
absolutely.
You know, there wouldn't be a rainbow at the depth of a cave, but it's like looking through a deep caves with stalagmites and stalactites, because there's loads of lovely rhyolite formation underneath that opal that you see. And then all of a sudden you see a rainbow.
Bang.
It's so on, lovely.
Right. So demo. So this is a prong. It's kind of a bit of all sorts in this. So you've got prongs at the top. We've got a bit of wire weaving round it, and then at the bottom we've just pulled it out to give it something to hold on to. There's all sorts of ways to do a cabochon. I think with a stone like this, the prongs are least invasive.
You want to see the rhyolite as well, don't you? You want to see that desert rose, those desert rose sands. You really do.
Beautiful, absolutely stunning. So I've half set one. I went wrong with that one. I'll show you this one. So basically, you want to pop your wires around it, and I'm going to do this so that it's dropping upwards. Dropping upwards, that doesn't make sense. So when you're trying to find out where you're putting your prongs, you've got to find the point of you can't push past. Okay. So with something like this, it's going to be quite hard because that's quite a wide space. So you're going to, on this one, you're going to put your prongs there because that can't push out of. If you did it there, you could push it out. So that's what you're going to find, the sort of point where it can't push out of. You could sort of put it at the ends and put lots of prongs, but we want to maximise this. It really does look like the dragon's eye, doesn't it? I know, that's beautiful, isn't it? Smaug just opens his eye. It's one little eye pops open. So, sorry, I'm a Lord of the Rings fan. Just in case you didn't know, I like dragons. So, we've got 2 at the bottom that can't push through my fingers, and then we just need to do a couple of prongs on the sides just to hold it in place. Very easy. These sort of shapes, and like I say, that shape would do this because you're tailoring it directly to it. So it would do the triangular shape one you've got, it would do a round one, it would do the ruby we had earlier, so this is great. So now, because we're working with sterling, I want the least wastage as possible.
Yes, of course.
So I would cut this quite short. I'd actually make these bigger if I was using it in plate, because you kind of get a bit blasé. When you're doing it with anything I cut off, I will use as jump rings or reuse. But yeah, you tend to sort of minimise it. Now, when you get your 2, because we also get, is this separate or with it?
No, we're getting the solid sterling silver wire with with our beautiful Mexican opals.
This is amazing. So you get 5 meters of the 0.4. Sorry, I know I'm going through the kit, and this is what we're going to use to wrap with it. Now, what I want to stress is, don't unwind it and release it, because it'll go into pa-ding, it'll go all over the place.
Okay.
Yeah, so keep it contained. So if you've
got any hints and tips on how we can do that?
Unwrap it, hold it, take off a length, whether you pull it like that.
Okay.
Yeah, take off a length and then recontain it.
Okay, smash it. Yeah.
Because otherwise I spent ages, I got distracted and slipped, and you just have this mound. It's like a slinky that's not in the slinky way, it's all tangled. So just to beware, don't do that, because you'll be cursing.
Okay.
So you can't curse me now because I've said don't do it. Right, so we're going to start off in the top. Okay.
Oh, we've got a question. What gauge wire is that?
Sorry.
So in the kit, so with your Mexican fire opals, we get a 1 mil solid sterling silver wire, 1 meter, and 5 meters of the 0.4. Okay, and that's what comes with those beautiful boulder, those window Mexican fire opals. Back over to you, my lovely.
Okay, I forgot. I've saved this earlier. Is that better?
Yes, it is. Yeah, that's great.
Can you see what I'm doing now? I need to move over a little bit. There you go.
That's all right.
Right. So I leave a tail. Now, that's far too big, so I'm just going to leave probably a hand's width. I've never thought of saying that before. I usually say 3 or 4 inches. Use a fist.
Yeah,
use a fist. Okay, so I've got all 3 wires. Now we're going to work mainly around the middle one.
Okay.
And we're going to do 4 times around the middle one. Okay. And then we're going to go twice around the top 2. Or middle and the top one. You can put the bottom one down for now. When you're going round the 2, don't pull it so tight that you can't get your wire through that gap.
Okay.
Because the next thing you're going to do is go 4 times around again. If you pull that too tight, there you go. If I pull it too tight there, you won't be able to get that wire up close. Okay? So, and keep pulling it down. Wire has got a memory, and it will kind of squidge back out. So we've gone 4 times now back round the middle, and you'll note I do keep squidging it. We're going to fetch our last wire in, and I've already sort of shaped, let me pull that, I've already shaped that bit.
Yes, yeah.
And what I did, I jumped straight in there, you see.
That's
I'm
okay,
so used to doing
that's
it.
all right.
I actually did the prongs first, and I'll come back and show you that.
Okay, my lovely, yeah,
Let me
no
just show you the
problem.
weave. So now we're going to go twice round the middle and bottom. And again, you don't want to pull that too tight, so you go twice round those two, and then 4 times the middle. You get the feeling. So keep squidging it up. 4 times round there, twice round middle and top, 4 times round the middle, twice round middle and bottom.
Okay.
And sorry, I just got a bit snagged round my prongs. That's the pattern. So
okay,
4 times, and what you get is this band going all the way round of that. So I'm going to pop that to the side a minute.
Well, while you're doing that, just to let you know, as you can see, just coming up on your screen are just some of the tools that you might need to help you kind of put all of this beautiful project together. So we're just cycling through because we've got 20 minutes before the graphics of the kit come on your screen for all 24 opportunities to go out the door. It's a big
Amazing.
Deal. Incredibly, incredibly exciting. So the pliers on screen, of course, are the Beadle On Designer flat nose pliers that you got there. Price is going to kick in a minute. They are the pliers that are in Alison's very hand at this moment in time.
Now let me tell you about these pliers. Right. These are a slightly older version.
Okay.
A slightly older version. These are my favourite flat pliers of all time.
Because?
Because they have a very fine end.
Okay.
Right. So if I grab my Jewellery, excuse me for leaning over.
No, you
which
mean?
are great. I love these. I love all my tools. Right. If I put them like this, you can see the difference.
Oh, okay.
Huge.
Yes. Okay.
Huge.
Yeah.
That is very, very important when you're prong setting.
Okay.
These, I struggle without them.
Okay.
Really
fabulous.
do.
Go grab them now while they're on your screen.
Right. So this is Alison Howe's potted. Oh, sorry, haven't been Alison Howe for 5 years. Sorry, John. This is Alison Tarry's potted. How to do a prong.
Okay.
Okay. To get them consistent. So for something like this, you want them consistent. For more organic shapes, you might want. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
They can be organic.
Okay.
They can be different sizes. I love these because I've got a nice broad base. I'm going to bend my pliers up. And if you note I push, sorry, when I say bend my pliers, bend my wire, I push the wire, not the pliers.
Yes.
Right? That gives me a nice bend. If I turn the pliers, you get more of a rounded end.
Okay.
Yeah, so I get a nice bend. I'm then going to push the wire away from me.
Okay.
Turn my pliers and push it back to me. So remember, you end up with a W.
Okay.
Okay? So this is our prong, because we're now, and this is where this bit comes in. So you've got your flat bit, you can use that with most pliers.
Yeah.
They've all got a flat bit. You want to bend this now so that those two bits meet. So you're pulling your, if you use, and I'll show you in a minute, so I'm going to bend that, and the important bit is, see how narrow that is in there? Right? So you can see that prong forming.
Yeah.
And I'll show you now, if I open that back up again, and don't do that a lot because you are creating a weak point. And if I use these pliers, you watch what will happen.
Okay.
Yeah? Because it's got to bend round that fat.
Okay.
Now, don't get me wrong, these are great for using your heavy wire and things like this.
Okay.
But when you're doing something like this, it's bulky.
Okay.
And so it creates that unevenness.
Well, right tools for the right project.
Yeah, absolutely.
Zoe from Essex is asking, what time are the graphics for the kit coming on? 15 minutes time, just after 7:45. The graphics will come on. We've only got 24, so we are just trying to make sure that it is fair for everybody and make sure that everybody's got an opportunity to put it in there. Same kind of opportunity for everybody. Exciting times.
Oh, so exciting. Right, I've almost reclaimed it properly. What I would say is when you're creating your prongs, set it against your gemstone
Yeah.
before you fully shut it. So you can see the difference between those two prongs. Sorry, I'm making Mike and Michael work hard tonight.
It's okay.
So that one I have closed.
Yep.
This one's still open.
Okay.
This one, if I open that and try and close it again, this weak point here, because it's so work hardened, is likely to break.
Okay.
I have done it, and you've almost finished your piece. That breaks. You've got to start again. There's nothing you can do. If your prong's gone,
it's
your
not
prong's
salvageable.
gone. No.
Okay.
If you leave it like this and you need to shuffle it a bit, you've got the opportunity to do.
Okay.
I mean, I've opened and closed that 3 times now. So there's a little bit of leeway. It's sterling wire. It is more forgiving than your plate.
Okay.
But there is still a point you're going to reach where it's just going to snap. So you can actually break 1 mil wire without pliers because you just bend it backwards and forwards, backwards. A bit like Yuri Geller used to do.
With the spoons.
Warm the wire, that's what it did. You know. So when you're sure and you've set it all and you've finished your wire weaving bit, then is when I would start messing with them. When you close them, different people have different ways of doing it. Some people sort of like to do little motions and push in. I like slow and steady. So a nice slow. I'm holding the base so that it stays, because the instinct, if you push too hard, you'll twist it. So that's fine. You can twist it back. Just hold that and gently add pressure. Just a little bit more pressure, very slowly, until you get it shut. And you get, every time you'll get the same prong. So that's my, I haven't patented it, but that's how I always do them. And if you need a bigger one, you find something that's bigger, or you make a template. So you get your W, and then you close the two bottom bits of the W together. And if you can, you need to use something like this. If you haven't got something like that, and you try, even worse, a chain nose pliers, you'll get a curve on one side, an arc, and a straight line, and the bottom won't fit. So if you get that, let me just do a quick one. Okay, you can push them together with your fingers, but you get a bit more of a blobby. Yeah, and you've still got to do it, but it's a little. See how that just twisted?
Yeah.
So it's a little bit harder. You can recover it, but yeah, I would say if you can get these pliers, get them. I've got about 3 or 4 pairs of these. I'm slowly building up my stack upstairs, so I don't have to keep carting my tools up and down.
Well, that's the thing,
Because I've left a pair of round nose pliers from this kit because I've taken them upstairs, and I'm like, where's me? Oh, I haven't got them. And I hate that, so I build them up. But those are my go-to pliers.
Brilliant.
If I lost those, I'd be absolutely devastated. Those are my flush cutters and my round nose pliers.
It's the tools of the trade. Your tools of the trade, absolutely.
So, sorry, back to this. So we've got our prongs in place. We're just going to simulate the wire wrapping. So you wire wrap this. I've just pulled it together. As you're going along, you'll find. Can I borrow the necklace for a second? Let me just grab the necklace. So what you'll find is you'll get a pattern, and you can use this to say where. Wow, sorry. You can, sorry. And look at the back. Isn't that incredible?
The rhyolite colours. Some of the nicest rhyolite pinks I've seen from this location.
Distracted by gemstone. Right. So you can see I've got that 2 there matches the 2 here just before. And what I've done at the back, instead of doing a prong, I've left it quite open. So I've just done a bend, the first 2 bends, and that's it. And that's all you need on the back, just have it open.
Holding it in place, isn't it?
And you can use that to tuck things, to attach to, and what have you. But yeah, I just wanted to show you, you can use your patterning to, if you've got something like the round one, or the oval one, it gives you that symmetry. Whereas with this one, it's less important. So, right. So, yes, how do we do the back? Let me snip my wire. So, when you've gone to your prong, just past the prong, I'm going to just pop a kink back to the go-to pliers, because again, you don't want it rounded, you want a nice just bend like that and bend it back. And hey presto, you've got your stop. That means your gemstone's not going to fall through the bottom. And that's where they sit on.
And you definitely don't want to lose these.
Oh gosh, no.
Definitely do not want to lose these.
So we'll pop one the other side. Have you got any more little tools while I'm just popping the other side?
At the moment, we've got the trigger clasps on your screen. Last stock, pack of 3. Just going to pop those there for you so you can have a look at these. They are your little clasps, of course, that you're getting. Let me just... Pack of 3 of those. $4.95 on your screen. We're just staying with those. We're just, as I said, just bringing in some last of stock pieces while Alison is doing the demo, of course. Before we bring you, you've got 10 minutes and that's it. And then, of course, we'll be bringing in the graphics for your kit. So please do bear with us.
One thing you need to remember, when you've got a gemstone like the teardrop, it narrows considerably. So you've got to think, A, where you're putting your prong, and B, do you make them a bit smaller?
Okay.
So instead of going to the base, I'm just going to use the very tip. And again, I'm pushing the wire to get my W. So there's the bottoms of the W. I need to pull those 2 bottoms together. So there's my W.
Yeah.
Okay, and I'm just going to squidge that in and squeeze. Now, let me pop that on there. I've done that far too high because I wasn't paying attention where I was putting it. But that would still work. And you see how you're going to get a smaller...
Yeah.
If I hold that, can you get that, Mike? So you can see this one's... Whoops. Hold that. This one's longer and this one's only going to just come over. That's plenty. These shape is very easy for something like that. I would say this is one of the most easy styles, more than shape, that you've got to learn how to prong set, because it's got a lot of slip. It's got a very straight side, so you come up the side, you need the merest amount over the top, and you're done.
Well,
it's secure.
It still doesn't, it's not hiding a lot of the rhyolite at all.
Absolutely.
And it's still allowing us to see all those lovely rare rose pinks. And we're still able to see that full fire opal window with all those colours.
Something like this is a bit harder. And if I can borrow your...
Yes, darling, of course, yeah.
I'll try and remember to put it back. Oh, that's a fab eye. So this... Oh, my gosh. So this one, it's got this graduated curve. So you've got to, again, like we said, going to... Like we said, going that way. Sorry.
You've seen so many colours in that one, isn't it?
I know. There's a whole... Sorry, I keep getting distracted. There's a whole rainbow there. Just come in there. Oh, my gosh. So you've got to find the point where it will hold it without slipping out.
Yeah.
With something like this one, I'd be tempted to net it like I did the ring.
Okay.
It's an easier
because of
way.
That depth.
Yeah. Or do a bezel on it.
Yeah.
But the netting will hold it in place.
It's nice. It's not an obtrusive netting, is it? It's still I can still see all those lovely soft pinks, and then of course you've still got your opening that window to those gorgeous colours.
That one is the best of the ones I had. It was incredible, absolutely incredible. So once we've got it all there, we need another. Now on mine, I just put one at the top. With this one, again, I would be tempted to just put one back stop, let's call it. So I'm just going to pop that round the back. Okay. Just to stop it falling through at the top. We're just going to pop it in there. So we've nearly finished. We're just going to pull that together. I'm not going to go through the bail because we've done loads of bails. We've done loads of bails. So the other thing I just want to quickly say is, what do we do with these prongs? If you try traditional prong setting, you'll know more about, you push it over.
Yes, yeah.
Right, our wire is softer than traditional prong setting, and also you don't want to be pushing it into that.
No.
So basically, I leave it open, and I'm just going to bend it before I put it in.
Okay.
So basically I'm setting the prong, and if you tip the end, if I do that one, you see how I've actually tipped the end that way, yeah? So when you push it, that point will go into the gemstone, not physically into it, but it'll be aiming down. And you can slide, you can push that along. If you push it like this one straight, it sort of tends to lift up a bit and you can't get that point to go down. So always, if you're prong setting, just tip the end of it. And then it will go down.
And then push,
So that's just...
And I think that's really important. You know, I know I was saying earlier about with this, you do still need a bit of TLC. The rhyolite, though, what you have to remember, the rhyolite, you're talking about, you know, your obsidian families, you're talking about your rapidly cooling lava, you're talking about a host rock that has been used as, you know, granite worktops, you know, in very big mansions and that sort of thing. So when we're talking rhyolite, it is more durable. The host rock boulder base is more durable and more harder if you think about the hardness scale on the Mohs scale for gemstones than the physical fire opal. So if those prongs are sitting on the rhyolite, that's okay, that's fine. And obviously, you know, it's all about that opal window that you need to have that little bit of TLC about. And obviously, very much important with that when, you know, you don't submerge it in water. Don't do the dishes wearing it, you know, don't be spraying on your perfumes and or your body lotions or anything like that. That needs to be kind of the last thing that you are wearing so that you get the most amazing longevity out of that sort of universe of colour inside there.
I have a question then.
Yes.
So if it got dirty, how would you best...
Okay, so with something like this, I would be saying a lint-free cloth. Ever so slightly damp, very like literally like a droplets of water, nothing, not soaked, not run under the tap or anything like that, and just a very gentle buffing of that oval area. The rhyolite's a little bit more robust, but the oval itself, really, you do want to be making sure that opal is protected, definitely. Good question.
So. Very last second, the last thing you do is actually top and bottom squidge that down. If you do it too soon, it will shift.
Okay.
So the very last thing when you've done your bail is to just finally squidge those down, and then they will give you. I mean that, although it's a bit of a shanty shack, that's not going anywhere.
Okay. Thank you so much.
Have fun.
Well over half of the rose gold plated clasps are out the door, and there's a load of you that haven't yet checked out yet. It was very last of stock. Let's quickly recap what the fuss is all about tonight here at JM, and let's then open those phone lines for you. We are talking an area of Mexico that is not known for producing opal. We are talking about, of course, an area, Chihuahua in Mexico. And what we need to know, Chihuahua in Mexico. Normally in Mexico is about normally Mexican fire opal comes about 200 miles northwest of Mexico City, up at Jalisco, of course. That's where we're used to seeing this beautiful gemstone from. But in Chihuahua, of course, in the Copper Canyon, the host rock that is forming there is rhyolite, which is rapidly cooled lava of millions of years ago, and of course would have transformed into obsidian had it cooled even more rapidly. We've got your beautiful embedded and grown on top of the rhyolite fire opal. So you have the reds of the fire opal world, transparent and clear, and inside that is play of colour that you would only kind of expect to see from opal in Ethiopia. So, excuse me. So the rhyolite that you've got is known as your desert rose, your desert sands, and you can see that just looking at them. Stunning, if you think about those pink sands, pink desert sands, I mean, it is the quintessential perfect description of the rhyolite. And then, of course, you have... Now, again, I really have to reiterate, windowing in a gemstone normally means that it's been badly cut. A windowed gemstone, and it allows the light to kind of do all sorts of weird things, and sometimes looks as if there's sort of no colour in certain parts of the gemstone. In this terminology, the window that we are, the word window that we're using to describe this is the window of opal. So that is pure fire opal. Amazing. Looking into the formation of the rhyolite and then producing a rainbow of colour. They are quite extraordinary. There are 24 kits available, and that is it. This is a first. Marie, our gemologist, of course, here at JM, she has said that as far as she is aware, this is the first ever UK TV launch of this incredible Mexican fire opal, based in rhyolite, all naturally forming in rhyolite from the Copper Canyon in Mexico. So keeping all that into sort of practice here, and fingers crossed you could be one of the lucky 24, and your 60 seconds before those phone lines open start now. So what I would suggest is maybe that you dial the number and speak to the call centre and just say, I'm waiting for those graphics to come on screen. I've been waiting for 45 minutes. Thank you for waiting patiently, but it was very, very important you know that you get 2 of those amazing Mexican window fire opals in each kit. Each of those, we have got for you your 2 fire opals. Let me show you what you're getting. Your 2 Mexican window fire opals, and then your solid sterling silver wire. You've got your 1 meter 1 mil gauge, and then you've got your 5 meters of your 0.4. You've got your reds of your fire opal. You may get oranges of your fire opal. You may get the honeys of your fire opal. But what you will get is a window of natural opal in your rhyolite to be able to see that universe of beautiful colour. And the graphics are live. There are 24 kits. I'm going straight to the price. There is no messing around here. It is one of the opportunities of the year so far as we are concerned here at JM. There are 24 kits. That's your lot. Come and have a look and see what Mother Nature has created in the Copper Canyons of Mexico. I don't know if you've ever visited, I don't know if you've ever been, I don't know if you've ever had the chance, but with only 24, we are talking about a real collector's kit. And Alison, I'm sure you'll back me up here when I say, even if you're not quite sure what to create with these yet, you've got to get them home and kind of go, right, and when the inspiration hits me, when the idea hits me, I know I've got them there and I can work with them.
Absolutely. And the other thing I would say is, as you've seen today, they're very distracting. Because I get lost in them. Yeah, they amazing.
Are, even in the studio lights. Get it home, you know, see all, and some of them have even got a druzy inside the rhyolite, which you view through the opal. It's quite extraordinary. We've never ever kind of seen anything like it here at JM, and Marie, our gemologist, says that the UK hasn't actually seen anything like it. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee, so it's risk-free purchasing always here at JM with a 30-day money-back guarantee. Remember, if you are seeing, look at that, just that little hint. Can you see the pin fire? Look at that as I tilt it back there. Goodness me. Reds, oranges, rainbow blues coming through that Alison was just asking about a second ago. And I really do want to just sort of encourage you. Can I just tilt it there so you can see that pin fire travels across the entire window? It's just where the studio lights are reflecting it at the moment. But let me grab the other and just show you again. The red of that fire opal is all natural. And like I said before, you may get a little bit of honey. Now there's the druzy. Now you're looking through the opal, and just beneath the surface of the opal is your druzy. Look at those electrics. They are just...
It's like lightning, isn't it? Wow.
Just astonishing. Really, really, really is. It's like the Aurora Borealis inside a cave is bonkers. And again, different shapes that we've seen, you are going to be getting your 40 carats, okay? So you may get one of those large marquise and then a smaller oval. You may get similar sizes. What you have to remember, of course, is that it comes with your solid sterling silver wire. So I'll just repeat the wire gauges for you. 1 meter of your 1 mil. And 5 meters of your 0.4. And of course, rhyolite base, fire opal forming in the Copper Canyon rhyolite, and then your performance of light taking place inside your fire opal. Bonkers.
And I had wire left over.
Okay, brilliant.
I had wire left over. Can we see if we can get, because this
Let
just
me
does
see, yeah.
sheet.
Let's see.
It just sheet. Now I can see it, and then you're looking at different. It's just a different.
So this is
type.
again, you've got loads of the pink rhyolite here, and if I just hold it like that, but then there we go.
There you go. There you go. Isn't that incredible? And it gets green on the other side as well.
So I'm going to just spin that upside down for you now so that we get a chance to see that again. So again, you know, to see this opal window bring out the aurora borealis and the rainbow from within the rhyolite is quite something, isn't it?
Can you imagine what people are going to say when you're wearing that?
Well, it's just being able to
get that flash of colour coming, and they're like, "What?"
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Oh, definitely got chills. I'm so privileged to be here tonight.
Well, it's lovely to see such a wonderful and exciting new opportunity for us to explore opal. You know, you think you've seen it all, and then Mother Nature just throws you this curveball. It's amazing, isn't it? So I'm just going to tilt and turn as much as I possibly can. So the window that you see here, the fire, I mean, look how deliciously strawberry for a start that fire opal is coming out of the rhyolite. And then you have, and now look, if I look at that just from within, can you see deep, 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 right at the very back of the fire opal, those turquoise blues and that purple?
Did you get
look
the
at
blue? There it is.
Exciting times. Helia says it's like looking inside a volcano. Yeah, absolutely. Bubbling lava reds and oranges inside that fire opal. So again, you are seeing the different shapes and the different sizes. And look, I'll address the elephant in the room. You know me by now. It is a considered purchase. All right, it is a considered purchase. We don't take the fact that it is $184.95 lightly. We know that that's your hard-earned cash. For those of you that have known me since day dot here at JM 8 years ago, and our time together on our old sister channel, you'll know that the respect that I have in that it is your hard-earned cash and that you are spending that here with us. Please remember that you've got a 30-day money-back guarantee. Okay, so experience that magic for yourself. Experience that Mother Nature curveball, and you know, and you can talk to, you know, when people ask you about it, you are the expert. You can tell them about the Copper Canyon. You can tell them about the Copper Canyon Chihuahua. You can tell them about, you know, the fact that it's fire opal oranges and reds with galaxies of colour that never normally occur in Mexican fire opal from this area. You can then say about the rhyolite. I mean, there's just more and more and more and more that you talk about with this. And also, it's not sprayed on, it's not a doublet, it's not a triplet. Everything that you are seeing is Mother Nature going, yeah, fancy something different today, let's do this. And we're talking 31, maybe 40 million years old. That's what we're talking. So this area of the world, the ancient volcanic activity from this area, we're talking between 40 and 31 million years ago. So, you know, we're not talking 10 years ago or anything. We're talking millions of years in the making, millions of years of Mother Nature hiding those beautiful blends of gemstones naturally together.
And it is incredible. It is that sense of an heirloom you're creating. I had the pleasure to, I've set 2 boulder opals when I've been a jeweller, and one of them was very reminiscent of this. It had a river running through it, and it was just incredible. And I know one of them was, for one, was somewhere around about that price.
Oh, yeah, easily. Easily.
And I just can't believe we're getting 2, and the wire.
It's very important.
And it's just incredible.
I'm really sorry, the aircon is making my nose itch like mad tonight. I do apologise. The important thing is to remember that it is a form of boulder opal. We're not going. I can't step away from that or want to. The important thing to understand is the host rock is rhyolite. So what you've it's not just a host rock. It's not just your generic volcanic cliff face or anything like that. We're talking about host rock. We're talking about rhyolite in its own right. We're talking about obsidians in their own right. That's extraordinary.
It is. If you gave me a cab with that,
with just the rhyolite. I do know that's a really, really good point. Let me flip this one over. Let me flip this one over for you.
See, look at that.
Now, as a rhyolite cab, isn't that beautiful? You can see why it's called the Desert Rose, can't you? The Desert Rose Sands.
It's amazing in its own right. It really is.
8 kits left out of 24.
Wow.
8 kits remain. And I've got Tyne and Wear, Greater London, Surrey, Texas, Staffordshire, Midlands, London. Please do make sure, if again, there's 7 of you there, 8 kits, there's room for one more little one.
And I think you'll be amazed when you get it home.
Oh, it's one of those ones, I think that, and I won't back away from the fact that it is a considered purchase price. I know it's probably one of the most expensive kits that you've probably seen, certainly this side of Christmas, I would have thought. But with due respect, we've not had it in this building in ever. No. And in all my time, bearing in mind I launched Ethiopian opal for the UK. So back in August 2010, I launched Ethiopian opal. And I launched faceted Ethiopian opal as well for the UK. I was very privileged to do that. So I understand the history of this gemstone and its origins and the importance. You know, we've had discoveries in Guatemala, we've had discoveries in Honduras, we've had discoveries of opal all over the world, in pinks, in blues, in greens, solid body colours, but we haven't ever in 8 years had rhyolite with that beautiful, beautiful opal. It was good. Very, very, very good. Well done.
Sorry.
It's all right. I don't want to. I'm not interrupting a lady when she's absolutely just focused on her gemstones. Thank you for joining us for those. If you've got that in your basket, you are going to need to make sure that you are checking out as just quickly as you possibly can. Are we doing a star buy?
Oh.
They're over there. Thanks, Mike. The nuggets of Garnet, please, my lovely, I believe.
Ooh, now.
Oh, it's star buy?
Oh.
It's a star buy.
Oh.
Come and have a look at this. This is gorgeous. Deeply saturated garnets. I have a feeling we go from a brand new rare gemstone launch with a little bit of a considered purchase price point, but with very, very valid and good reasons, to a bonkers price point on Garnet. Has formerly been in a kit. 220 carats of your beautiful nuggets of natural unenhanced Rajasthan garnet, straight down to your price point for you, no messing around. 39 left after it's been in the kits, and $4.95. Gorgeous, robust colour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Would work beautifully with those reds.
It would go with those.
It really would. Really would.
And the greens and the blue. And
we love Garnet.
Fab. Love that.
Beautifully durable gemstone. I love seeing it sparkle. I love seeing it glow. And I love being able to see it in kind of as a rough nugget bracelet, you know, in memory wire bracelet.
Perfect.
This is such a really sort of, I want to say the word pungent. I don't know if that's the right word, but it's such a deep
Opulent.
Yeah, it's such a deep colour, isn't it? It's such a really, really sort of deep tone to it. Pungent's not the word I'm looking for, is it?
So if it was a wine, it'd be rich-bodied, it would full-bodied.
It would be a full-bodied Burgundy.
Yes.
Right there. Or a Malbec. That's what it would be. $4.95 on your screen. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming. Okay, it is quick break time, and then we're getting into your penultimate hour. Myself and Alison and the team still with you with some amazing deals on the other side of this.
Owning a strand of genuine gemstones is always exciting, but being able to use it in your handcrafted jewellery, then passing it on to its new owner with proof of its authenticity is even more incredible. Why not add one of our printed authenticity cards to your order and share that same feeling with your customers? You can also access online authenticity certificates through items you have previously ordered by looking at your order history on your account details. The certificate gives you valuable information about your purchase and is your guarantee of quality and peace of mind from Jewellery Maker. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Jewellery Maker are very excited to be bringing you the launch of WAM Storage Organiser. Tune in this Saturday at 10 a.m, where we'll be joined by WAM Sales Manager Sean Pratt. We have a variety of storage boxes of all different shapes and sizes, perfect for organising all your jewellery making tools, materials and beads. So get yourself organised. Tune in this Saturday at 10 a.m.
Did you know that when you book a Jewellery Maker workshop, you're given exclusive access to our Jewellery Maker shop? You can browse through special items and offers, be privy to selected discounts and deals that you can't get at any other time. Shop whilst you learn and grab yourself some amazing offers. For more information on workshops and available dates, contact our call centre. Our brand new Get Started with Jewellery Maker page has been created to provide help and guidance for jewellery making newbies. If you need design suggestions, hints and tips, or help with perfecting your jewellery designs, we're here to help. Head over to facebook.com/getstartedwithjm, where our talented in-house designers are happy to answer your jewellery making questions, offer inspiration, and get you started in your jewellery making journey. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Did you know no matter how many times you purchase with Jewellery Maker in the same day, you'll only be charged one fee of postage and packaging? Select our standard delivery for just $3.95, or if you'd like to receive your goods sooner, upgrade to our premium option for $5.95. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Buying from Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When we bring an item to you, all the graphics come on screen, and this gives you all the information that you will need to know, from the item code to the product description with all of the key information. Then the price comes on, and whether you join at the beginning or at the end of the offer, everyone pays the final on-screen price. So, when you see an item that you would like to buy, simply pick up the phone and dial our free phone number, and you'll get through to our UK-based call centre. Alternatively, you can join us at www.jewellerymaker.com and start your jewellery making journey today. Jewellery Maker, the one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Did you know that if you go to JewelleryMaker.com and sign up to our mailing list, then you'll receive 10% off your first order with us. We'll also keep you updated with special offers, themed shows, program guides and Jewellery Maker tutorials. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Beautiful zircons, really lovely warm cognacs. And actually, and I'm just, guys, Thank you, Mike. Could you just grab them for me? I was thinking to myself, they are missing. There they are, there they are. Beautiful. Thank you, sweetheart. Okay. So, these are, just look at that soft champagne, that kind of soft cinnamon colour that you've got coming through the here. Now, we've just had fascinating gemstones in our first kit. Got some amazing gemstones in our second kit as well, but I don't think there is another gemstone out there that can tell as many stories as this one can. Think about the biopic that Zircon, if it could speak, would tell us. You're talking about the Big Bang gemstone, the dawn of time. If only this gemstone could properly speak. I mean, it's spoken to gemologists. It's spoken to scientists. We know that it's over 4 billion years old.
Wow.
And it is such a joy to see that sparkle, isn't it?
It is.
How much zircon do you reckon that you've worked with over your career in jewellery?
Actually, not as much as I'd like. I had champagne zircon as part of my wedding jewellery, because those are my tones.
Lovely.
So I had that and cognac.
Gorgeous.
I didn't have cognac diamonds, unfortunately, but couldn't get them then.
It's even rarer though. That's the thing. So
it's amazing.
You've got a beautiful gemstone strand here that's got lustre, got some really classy colours coming through it as well. Soft gold, really gentle cinnamon tones coming through. 55 carats of this gemstone on the strand as well. Faceted rondelles, I would say, is probably our most popular strand of gemstones, full stop, isn't it? It's one of those gemstones that, gemstone strands, I think, since we started 8 years ago, faceted rondelles have just been a go-to, easy to work with, sparkling gemstone cut.
They're so versatile.
Yeah.
You know, you can channel set them. You can use 1 or 2 accents. You can put them virtually everywhere. Yeah. They're gorgeous. You can just stack
so
them.
much on the strand as well. One strand goes a heck of a long way.
Yeah.
So we're on 0800 644 655 if you want to make sure that this strand is yours. Remember that a lot of the pieces that we've got for you tonight are all very, very low stock. Gentle movement, lots of sparkle. That's that bifringence all coming through. $17.95 for natural and enhanced zircon. Now, bearing in mind, majority of the world's zircon is heat treated. Oh no, not this strand, all yours, all natural. One of December's birthstones, we should say, for $17.95. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can on these.
I'm pretty sure that I paid more than that nearly 5 years ago.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me.
Stunning.
The one, I think it looks absolutely gorgeous, set with black spinel.
Yes.
It's a very, very, very classy combination. To be fair, I'll put anything with black spinel. I do love it, but you know, it is one of those gemstone strands that just works.
But you see, likewise, I'd say that would go with most things as well.
Yeah, it does, because it's quite neutral, isn't it? Yeah, it is.
It's just beautiful.
Gorgeous.
Look at it on your skin tone. And it'll go with any skin tone. It's got that colour that will just
universal
work.
appeal, hasn't it? Really has.
Beautiful.
$17.95. Please do make sure that you are checking out and confirming on that strand. And again, if you've opened your order with us already today, then you'll have paid your shipping and handling charge, of course. We're under £4 the entire day's shipping and handling, or your postage and packaging, depending how you want to say it. And a 30-day money-back guarantee, of course, with us on absolutely everything. And you can join us online via the app and on the free phone number on your screen. Holders nights. Well done. Okay. So, this next gemstone, we are... Hang on, I'm going through the catalogue. There they are. Yes, I will do. I'm going to... Do you know what? There is a T-bar at the back that I shall pop everything on there.
Just throw them my way.
These are so... Aquamarine is one of my top 3. I absolutely adore it. It doesn't move from there. It is a joyous gemstone to behold. However, I'm going to say it's normally a very calming, serene colour, but with a lot of fierce brilliance. This is like looking at the blue emerald. Blue emerald rounds. They're lovely. Very calming, very serene.
It's my birthstone.
Ah.
So it is one of my favourites as well. And I love the milky. It's a softer.
Oh, it really is.
You know, the clear is beautiful, but it's almost icy. It's that sharp, like you were saying. This is beautifully soft. You know, these are 4mm rounds. Yeah. They're so perfect.
It's the desert island of rounds for all you guest designers, isn't it?
Bead it. You know. Use them on their own. They're big enough. Look, they're stunning. Yeah. Rosary link them. They make a beautiful rosary link chain.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Channel set them. They look beautiful channel set as well.
I'm going simple because I am, Alison. But just
channel set.
Little bracelets stacked.
Yeah.
You know, Claire had a workshop the other week on stacker bracelets, and it was a really busy workshop. And they looked at stacker bracelets, and it's just so bang on trend at the minute to stack friendship bracelets, wish bracelets, you know, your bangles, it's just such a lovely idea to then stack, and it's the most simple way of making a piece of jewellery and the quickest return, isn't it?
It is, absolutely. And they're always going to be popular.
Yeah.
They're always, I mean, if we put the one we made earlier with the little black spinel and the ladybird in the middle of that.
Gorgeous idea.
It'd look beautiful.
Lovely idea.
It looked absolutely beautiful.
Gorgeous. On your screen at $12.95. Make sure that you're checking out. They are totally natural and enhanced. Well done. I'm going to move on to drops, my lovely. Gosh. Whenever I see these, they baffle me. The reason being is that you're getting a load of clarity and colour at the same time. With this gemstone, you're normally told you can have either or. You can have the clarity, but not such vibrant colour or vivid colour. Or you can have the colour, but not the clarity. Very rarely do you get the best of both worlds. Ta-da!
Look at that.
Isn't that? You just want to dive into that, don't you?
It is droplets. Someone's dived in and all these droplets, someone's caught them.
It's like looking at the original peridot tourmaline discovery, isn't it?
It is.
Just gorgeous. You can imagine when they got all very excited thinking, we found another deposit. It's apatite in its own right. It's vivid, it's vibrant, it glows. $27.95. I like the way that we've grouped these together as well, so that we can work with them all grouped.
You've got little pairs or little triplets, and they're stunning. Make beautiful clusters. They'll have a pow if you cluster those.
Just one of them's got enough colour and glow.
Absolutely. And they're big enough to be solitaires.
Yeah, absolutely. Price drop coming your way, 0800 644 655. Make sure you're talking to the call centre, of course, at $22.95. Everything that we can do for you on price, we do.
Wow. Sorry.
It is an amazing price point. Bearing in mind, you know, every one is hand faceted. Every one is hand polished. Every one of them hand selected and then popped together on that strand. Just that process alone at $22.95 is bonkers.
I know. And like you were saying with the pairs, I like doing rings where you have a pair of them and they're kind of almost passing each other.
Yes, yeah.
So they'd look stunning in a ring like that.
They just literally glowing as well. And look at that. A little bit of daylight and boom.
See, I love that. I love that sort of bluey green the Apatite gets.
It's amazing, isn't it? Really, really, it's
stunning.
Like almost like seeing Sleeping Beauty turquoise with clarity.
Yeah, yeah.
Gorgeous.
Like that.
Make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can on these ones, won't you? We're under £4 the entire day shipping and handling charge. These would be, again, on different lengths of chain, on earrings. They would be gorgeous. Imagine those catching the light.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Hold the lines. I'm moving on. Smoky quartz nuggets. Love these. Chunky, bold, beautiful, decadent colour.
You know, it's nice because we've almost had a drought of smoky quartz.
I would agree.
We've just started seeing a few pieces coming back through, and I've missed it. I love it.
I welcome it cut quite avant-garde like this.
Yeah.
Because I think that we take smoky quartz, I think we're very blasé about it. I think it's a very easily dismissed gemstone. When you get a great smoky quartz and you get it to the light and that champagne light show starts taking place in it, it is a beaut and a half. Oh, sorry. All the rich coffee.
That's beautiful.
All those lovely strong step facets. Under £10 coming away. 0800 644 655. It looks amazing with citrine. I don't know if you've ever worn it with citrine. We had some amazing big nuggets of citrine just the other week. They were glorious.
Really?
And citrine and smoky quartz together is just pure decadence.
Do you know what I'm thinking though? The aquamarine in between.
Yeah.
That's on your back. It's on your back.
Which ones are there? Oh,
the smoky one.
Them. Yeah.
Sorry, there's the milky one. Yeah,
got it.
yeah.
So
every other
lovely
in there, that would be beautiful. But you see, smoky quartz again goes with everything, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is one of it. I remember seeing years ago a smoky quartz solitaire ring in 22 karat gold. And it blew me away. The colour, the champagnes inside it when the light, it was quite extraordinary. And ever since then, I have a soft spot for this gemstone. And I do love it when it's cut quite contemporarily cut. You know, it's lovely to see it not in a traditional, brilliant faceted oval. Yeah. But it's nice to see it strong and powerful and really distinctive.
It is. It is very
gorgeous.
Distinctive.
At $9.95 on your screen, make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can. It is gorgeously glossy. Can't even speak. Faceted
Is that on the desk?
Pears. Oh, they're in front of me here. Thank you, my lovely. I've got them. Right. Okay, so let's stay with smoky quartz. But let's also introduce... Now, this launched just the other night. Excuse me. And this is last of stock.
Oh, look at that.
Some of the best clarity I've seen in green amethyst, and I know I've said that before, but wow on the green amethyst here. Smoky quartz, rose quartz. Delicate pastels, really strong coffee colours, great clarity through all of them. Now, under 20 for the 3 strands, which means I think they're about just over £6 something each, £6.60 something each. Bonkers. And what was the quantity that we had left of this? 39 left in the warehouse. Very, very popular on launch night, and I am not surprised. And we've got 39 sets left. Now you don't have to choose which one of those strands you want to get your hands on, because they're all coming home. 0800 644 655. They're lovely. Alison, what would you do? What would you be tempted to do? Would you work with them together? Would you separate them up? What's your go-to?
See, it depends when I'm making something, kind of what design I'm doing, because I'm looking at those and I'm thinking rose quartz flowers with some green petals, and then you've got a little bit of stem action coming in there. So you've got really quite a floral, and you could do it in a contemporary way, but have that feel for it. So I love that, but then I love the green amethyst.
It's gorgeous, isn't it?
Absolutely adore that.
The mint colour is just so subtle. It's like a very soft sage, isn't it? It is. I know what I'm thinking of. Lamb's ear.
Oh, yes.
That lovely soft leaf, which got a little bit like a silver to it. Yeah. Lamb's ear.
Beautiful.
I think I called it lamb's tongue once, and somebody messaging going, no. Lamb's ear is what you're thinking of.
But you see, then I'd probably put the rose quartz with the smoky quartz, because I love that combination. I think they just go so beautifully together. It does all work beautifully together.
Really, really lovely. They are the last of stock, though, so you do need to make sure that you are checking out and confirming. £6.65 per strand it works out at. Hand-faceted, top-drilled pairs.
That's crazy.
Amazing opportunity at that price point.
$19.95 each, maybe, but that's a good price.
Yeah, lovely stuff. Hold the lines. Hold those lines. Going to move on to... Okay, bear with me. There's a lot on this. There's a lot on this strand. I'm just, I've spotted them. Ooh. Now these are. Look at some of the nicest natural colour in in a mixed beryl strand. So I'm seeing Morganite, Aquamarines, a little bit of Heliodor coming through there. Oh, little touch of emerald there as well. All the Beryl family's main players. 4mm rounds, 38 by 40. They're lovely, aren't they?
They are.
Beautiful colours.
Sorry.
That's all right, my lovely.
The Heliodor's the yellow, isn't it?
Yes, it is. We don't
very strong.
Very, hardly ever see it. Hardly ever see it. There's some amazing blues. Just check those out there. $8.95. $8.95.
I have to say, I'm very sorry, but I would have to separate this.
Would you?
Yeah, I would colour grade. I'd
so
take
you'd be
it out.
all the pinks together, all the blues together, a little bit of the yellows.
Yeah.
Okay.
I even do it with sweeties. I separate them all into separate colours. I'd have to. I'm sorry.
Nothing to be sorry about. We've all got our little USPs. $8.95 on your screen for those. They are natural. They come to you from Marambaia in Brazil. 45 carats, one of the most amazing areas for sourcing the Beryl family throughout, of course, the Brazilian history with this gemstone. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you possibly can.
The 4mm rounds, they're amazing. If you're starting off, one of the first things most people learn is like a ladder weave.
Yes.
And that's a perfect for the ladder weave.
Lovely
they look
stuff.
Lovely.
Very delicate, they're lovely.
Nice.
Just repeat that again for me, Roz, I'm sorry. Yes, I've got them. Do you know what? I'll be really honest with you, I thought that maybe I was looking at, because the colour is so beautifully strong for green amethyst, I thought that maybe we were looking at maybe some, like a Swarovski strand. This is get away! That is so good. Amethyst is my birthstone, so it has a very, very strong place in my heart. We never normally see this colour in green amethyst. Oh, that is. Do you know what? Anybody out there? If you'd love to be in my good books, multi-buy, pop it into a long length necklace for me with a little clasp at the back. We're friends for life.
I think that's the nicest.
Isn't it the best colour?
Absolutely stunning.
Get off, Roz!
$9.95? Oh no.
Under £10.
I wasn't supposed to be buying anything, and I'm sorry, but I'm just going to have to.
Not just the colour, look at the clarity. There's a slight silken jab down, sort of needle-like inclusion in there, but the clarity in the colour is some of the best that I have seen. That is awesome.
I'm
loving those.
So, John, if you're watching, babe, I know I'm supposed to be being good, but they made me do it. They made me do it. I can't not buy that, please, darling. I can't not buy it. It's their fault.
Are you on a buying embargo?
No, I'm trying to be good.
You're trying to be good for a bit. Yeah. I hate that. I'm like that. I'm like a magpie.
Well, until I actually put the stuff away that I've got, so I've got space.
Do you know what? I hear your pain. I really do.
I don't know why you think
they'd be amazing for a pair of earrings.
They'd be stunning, wouldn't they? Bracelet, would be amazing.
Just let's have a look at it. Look
at that. That's amazing. Pop your little gold butterfly in it.
Outstanding. Loving the faceting on those as well. Looks a very high-end amethyst strand.
They are amazing.
I'm quite shocked by that price. Excited though to see it. Really excited to see it. Loving the colour. That spearmint sage green, that lamb's ear green is just so strong. It's beautiful. It's like a soft Sicilian olive green. It's beautiful.
I was going to say, because sometimes it's quite almost wishy-washy.
Yeah, sometimes it can be quite insipid. This is just not insipid in any way, shape or form. It's beautiful.
That's amazing.
Make sure you're checking out and confirming. Well done, well done, well done. Going to move on. Love those. On the T-bar, I have got some Morganite, my lovely. Yeah, let's go with these. Great colour on this Morganite strand. Great colour. Big, bold, and very beautiful. Now, I don't know what the description is going to come in, but if it says anything about small, it can get knotted, quite frankly, because these are not small. I can cope with medium, Roz. I can cope with medium. I can't cope with small. When it comes up and it says small nuggets and they're like, you know, the size of a small child's head, it's not okay. 340 carats of Morganite
Beautiful.
for you. 9x8 to 16x12 millimeters. From Madame Bayer. And natural. Not Oh, get out of town!
You see, I'm thinking with the garnet we had earlier. That'd be good, because they were a bit longer. You're crushing.
Are we just crushing that price? Roz is supposed to be on holiday till Friday, but Becky phoned in sick, and everybody else was like, absolutely not coming in. Apparently there's something major going on today in the UK. And everybody else was like ignoring their phone calls, not answering. Oh, I didn't hear the phone ring. I'm sorry. Oh, look, it's work phoning. Roz was on holiday, and Roz has come into work on her actual holiday night for tonight.
She's a heroine.
And they got the Welsh one in.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got the Welsh ones in. They were like, get the Welsh ones in. They'll come in tonight. That is a bonkers price, Roz. Absolutely amazing. Please do make sure that you are checking out and confirming. Amazing price. 15 left. Over half that vault quantity is left in baskets, not checked out yet. I don't know anywhere that's going to give you a chance to own some lovely large size natural Madame Bayer Brazilian Morganites at the price that's on your screen. I have seen bracelets in solid stunning silver and gold overlay solid stunning silver in this gemstone along with aquamarines in the same style sell for over £60.
Wow.
I even know the designer well. So believe me when I say that is return every time, isn't it?
Absolutely. It's rare. It's Morganite.
It's
beautiful colour.
Do you know what I love? Sometimes we had a kunzite strand that had a lot of. We had to call it kunzite because there was a slight trace of manganese in it, so we couldn't call it ice kunzite, or you know, and you wouldn't call it spodumene because why would you? Most ugliest name of a gem I think I've ever heard. Spodumene. But your kunzite has that frosted kind of pinks and lilacs to it, and there was some on the strand that had that, but a lot of it was a little bit more insipid. There is no insipidness about this strand, is there?
No. Everyone is saying hello.
Make sure you're checking it out.
Yeah.
Check it out, check it out, check it out. I'm going to move on to some black spinel. Faceted. Yeah.
Oh.
Now, that's dramatic. Check out that. I've not seen spinel like this before.
No, I haven't.
This is a new strand of spinel for me. I like it.
Very contemporary.
Yeah. Cufflinks. Please.
Brilliant.
Gents cufflinks. Just take some of the big, even if you just took, you know, six or eight of the biggest on, they made 3 pairs of cufflinks on your stall, at your craft table, at the gallery where you sort of sell your jewellery, with solid stunning silver. Gorge.
Yeah.
Really lovely.
And if you got the head pins earlier, pop that gold and you get that little disc of gold showing through.
Nice.
Form that as you loop at the back, and then just a little bit of chain between the two, and you've got a pair of cufflinks. Stunning. Absolutely stunning.
Lovely idea. They are a nice large size. And I'm just going to flip it for you just very quickly. Just want to show you, if I may, the polished surface. They were kind of... Hang on, there we go. Can I just show you that? Are you seeing that? So this is a really buffed, polished surface that you're getting there, and then you're getting the faceted edges, which is bouncing that light around. 18 centimetre strand, all natural, all unenhanced. 80 carats in total. £7.95.
Wow.
Lovely stuff.
That's beautiful.
Now, I'm going to hazard a guess at saying, Alison, that we would not be charging anywhere near that for a pair of cufflinks out of this gemstone.
No, we'd be charging quite a lot more, especially if you'd used precious metals to make the cufflinks.
Yeah, definitely. $7.95 on your screen. Amazing opportunity to get natural black spinel in a way that I've not seen being worked like this on a strand before. They're like huge rondelles, but with a sort of a flat, reflective surface.
They're gorgeous.
I'm just sorry. We're both looking at the screen over there to see the luster. Sorry. Bum 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 bum. $7.95 on your screen.
Look at that. That's stunning. So
Check
again,
it out.
Solitaire rings.
Yes.
Earrings. If you put something between them and have them,
lovely.
So contemporary, so lovely.
They are gorgeous. Absolutely beautiful. Love those. Right, we're going to move on because it's that time we're ready again. Start by time. Now, I don't want to alarm you, but earlier on we had rough sapphires. I've now got rough tanzanites. An amazing chance to work with this in such a different way. Aren't they lovely? But you guys, she's laughing her head off here.
No.
Yes, you are.
We came back just as I had a sweet. And I was like, go to 2. Thank goodness for that.
And then I spoke to you. I didn't realise you were munching a sweetie. Didn't realise. Didn't realise. Show everybody. No. Is it all gone? Right. Are you? You're right, Mike.
Yeah, fine.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
He looked at this phone.
There was a gasp. There was an audible gasp. I'm going to assume that is nothing to do with the Tanzanite.
But people need something to cheer themselves up, don't they?
Apparently at this moment in time they do. Yeah. Okay, let's talk Tanzanite under £10, big rough nuggets. I can't say that enough on TV, honestly. Big rough nuggets. I'm going to say it again. Big rough nuggets of Tanzanite. And you've got to love the colour. Is just look at the colour. It is so beautiful.
Again, you Tanzanite can be a bit not spot, but that is gorgeous. The colour, like you say, the colour you're getting through from that is amazing.
Some really delicious.
Look at that one.
Really delicious blues. You've got all sorts of cornflower blue, forget-me-not blues. You've got a little bit of sort of almost like a lilac-y blue coming through here. Some really lovely tones. $9.95 on your screen. And the glisten that you're getting is from the natural crystal within the Tanzanite reflecting the light. So it's not about the fact that it's been buffed or faceted or anything like that. It's about seeing a body of colour that is giving you that kind of that glisten. It's really quite something else. Now, at under £10, you've got 42 carats.
Wow.
Have you worked with many of the strands, the kind of the rough strands that we've had?
I've had a few because I love them. I love the strands.
It's literally like wearing it like you found it there, you were stood there and you've just been able to put it. I think that's lush.
I do as well, and I love mixing the textures, but also when I've sold, I like having it there so people can see it in the natural straight. And it goes from this to here's a highly faceted.
You know, that's a really good. What a great idea! That's a really good idea.
You know,
it's why we have you back. Do you know what I mean? It's why we let her back in. Just, you know. I honestly do think that's such a really good, USP. I think when you are. I think if you were commissioning a piece of jewellery and a client came to you and said, right, I'm not really sure what Tanzanite is, because it is, you know, I have to say, I remember a couple of years ago doing a radio interview down in Cardiff, and the DJs who were interviewing had never heard of this gemstone, and they were so enamoured by the story of it that they then watched Emporia and bought Tanzanites, you know, Larique pieces, one of a kind. But it is, I think that's a really good point to be able to say, well, this is it, nuggets like this come out of the ground, kind of this sort of size. If you're lucky enough to find a big rough nugget, this is how it can be sort of transformed into a high. What a great idea.
It's lovely. And with a lot of gemstones, it's the story,
yes,
the history.
Oh, without a doubt.
You know?
Without a doubt.
Like our opal. Beautiful, it's absolutely stunning, but the story and how it's formed,
exactly.
And that was fascinating.
Oh,
thank you for that.
Well, you're so welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you. See, this is what you have someone who knows about your gemstones, and then someone who knows all about jewellery making. All
Match
Alison.
made in heaven.
All Alison. This right. Look. Let's be very, very clear. This is an 85 centimetre strand of Tanzanite, 118 carats. These are what I would call small chips rather than nuggets. I'm just going to be totally upfront about that with you. The colour is so beautiful. Look at that colour.
Colour's off the scale, isn't it?
It
stunning.
really is a beautiful colour. Just a bracelet like that, to be honest with you. Just do a slight, wouldn't that be gorgeous?
Yeah. And I know, I haven't worked with that strand, but I know you can put the chips onto your memory wire. You can thread them. Again, mix it with something like your seed beading.
Yes,
Fab. Get that texture going. It's lovely.
It is such a gorgeous gemstone to work with, I think, as well. It's a lovely gemstone to own. You know, it is an heirloom gemstone in whatever form it is that you can own it. You know, I'm very privileged. I've worked for a very large jewellers for a very long time, and I do have some lovely gemstones at Tanzanite, of which is one of them, you know. So no matter what form of the gemstone you're working with something that has come out of the ground, that has been there, you know, forming and waiting to be discovered for millions of years. $9.95 on your screen. And again, you have got that long length strand here. This is an 85 centimetre strand that you're getting. 2 to 8 millimetres on the graduation on that strand, so you have got those slightly longer pieces. But again, if you're thinking to yourself, oh, how comfortable is that going to be up against the skin? They're so beautifully lightweight. They just sit beautifully, don't they?
They do, and they kind of shuffle themselves around.
Yeah,
and
they do.
They don't. Unless you do them really tight and pull it tight on your wrist.
No.
They kind of give them move to shuffle, and they just find a flat plane to sit on, and they're gorgeous.
Yeah, absolutely. Beautiful colours. $9.95 on your screen. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming on those. So we had the rough nuggets, the shorter length strand with the bigger sizes at $9.95 for you in an 18 centimetre strand. And then we have these smaller chips for you on an 85 centimetre strand at $9.95.
You see, beautiful combination. I'd add this.
It is indeed. It is
Stunning.
indeed. Oh, is that all we've got? Huh? Oh, sorry, my darling. Sorry, Roz. Yes. I think I've got the little ones. Yeah.
Wow.
Love this. See, I pop a clasp on that.
Yeah.
And I'm happy.
Yeah.
Gorgeous.
I'm just thinking, you know, ring, glasses.
Earrings, glasses. Oh, glasses chain, yes. Yeah. Lovely idea.
Amazing.
Now, the reason I'm dropping in at this end here is because I think it's really important that you get a chance to see where your connector points would be. Now, obviously, you have got the rosary link section with your chain. So there are slightly bigger anchor points, I suppose. But if you were to just pop clasps onto the end there, you can just see your chain. So you've got a 1 metre length chain of solid sterling silver. I'd say just over an inch, and then your station pearls, and they're 5 by 4 millimetres. Now, just that on its own as an earring, thank you very much, gorgeous. And if you were going to do that, you would be getting 1, 2, 3, I mean, oh God, it still goes on and on and on and on at the back here. Loads of earrings, my goodness. In fact, let's be honest, you could get a full suite out of this, couldn't you? You get the drop earrings, a delicate, beautiful, dainty bracelet, and a decent length chain out of that, and you'd be good to go.
Absolutely, you would.
Now, if you were to do that, Alison, if you were to create a pair of earrings out of here,
Yeah.
the full bracelet, and what, let's say 20-inch-ish chain
Yeah.
on that, it would be doable, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Out of a metre?
I'm thinking you could probably get a double layer one.
Amazing. So in that case, but then what would you charge? Once you've done that, that's a full suite. For the full suite, what are you charging?
I'd be looking at, for the earrings, probably at least 10.
Yep.
Then probably 20 for the bracelet. Mm-hmm. And then up around about the 3 figures for the necklace, surely. Sterling silver clasp on it.
Beautiful.
Certainly getting up that way, you've
Yep.
got to be up there.
Gorgeous.
Beautiful. That would work beautifully with a Victorian piece where you're
Oh,
draping
gosh,
your chain.
absolutely.
Because
You
the
know-
pearls would give that beautiful loop.
Yeah, they are beautiful pearls as well. You know, they're not bleached, they're not dyed. It is a really beautiful, beautiful, beautiful chain. I'm going to hold it like this just so you can see the quality of the pearls. I think that's really important. And there's no satin ringing on the pearls. They have a beautiful, smooth, blemish and pit-free surface, which, as a pearl lover, that is exciting. Really exciting. I've paid more than the price on your screen for just a pair of solid sterling silver pearl studs, around about the same size studs. I've paid way more than that, in the 50s, in solid sterling silver. So to get drops in that contemporary designer look and a bracelet and a necklace out of this,
Amazing.
yeah, 3 figures, surely, for that entire suite. Make sure that you are checking out and confirming on that one. Very last of stock on these, very low stock. Hold those lines. I shall have a look and see now. Yes.
Ooh. Yummy.
This is a gemstone that has a very, very firm place in our hearts. Oh, it's just gorgeous. Such a magical gemstone. It's the only gemstone that I have ever worn that has piqued the interest of the men in my family.
Oh, really?
I can wear a Colombian emerald, I can wear a AAA quad A Tanzanite, I can wear a canary diamond, I can wear a platinum ring with, and it's like, that's all right. I wear my Labradorite ring and they're like, oh, that's impressive. And they want to, it's one of those gemstones, it really is. They are gorgeous.
That is incredible. Wow.
Beautiful.
You see, I find with the Labradorite we get on our channel, we're so lucky because I found even the smaller you go, you know, we've got a beautiful kit with big slabs of Labradorite.
Let me just show you something that's kind of coming up later.
But, you know, they are stunning. Oh, that's amazing.
So that's coming with the second kit with Alison in about 15 minutes time. It's like an arrowhead. It's absolutely. Excuse me. Can I just, Mike, sweetheart, before that, is the aircon on or off?
I think it's off now.
Okay. Do you want it on?
I'm okay. I'm okay at the
I'm
moment.
yawning.
Do you want it back on?
Like every time we come back in shot, my nostrils are flared.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to suck up the entire room because I'm stifling because it's got. Is that all right?
Yeah, yeah.
That sounds so diva-ish. But you know when you come back into shot and you're like stifling a yawn,
Yeah.
and it looks. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't look like you're trying to stifle a yawn. It looks like you're trying to stifle something else. Just going to leave that there with you. But you know. Can't win. You get nose itches and runs when the aircon's on, and then when it's off, there we go.
There you go. Whoosh. Don't realise how warm it had got in here until you put that back
It is
on.
very warm, and now we're starting to cough because it's not on. You can't win.
No.
There's no right, no wrong.
You can with that.
$9.95. So talk to me very, very quickly, because obviously we've got a double packed strand here. How would you work with these? They look amazing all together.
Well, funnily enough, I've done it with different sizes, almost as they lay, so you do them every other, and you make a bracelet just like that.
Okay.
And you're using your wire to hold it in place, and it lies stunningly.
Let's have a look.
So you just get, You make sure they're every other,
Yeah,
and as
yeah,
you wire
yeah.
wrap around it, it's an amazing way to use these. Absolutely stunning.
Look at them catch the light.
I know.
Oh,
Again,
it's such a magical gemstone. It
Oh,
really
it
is.
is.
It is a magical gemstone. A friend of mine priced up how much it would cost to have a Labradorite work surface in their house. Yeah, she needed to sell a kidney. She didn't, obviously, but it was ka-ching. But what an amazing idea. Can you imagine?
I mean, they're so versatile. You were talking about doing different lengths in your ear.
Yes.
I do like it's not an ear cuff, it sits behind your ear, and I drop chain
wow.
down. So you then have this river of Labradorite coming down, and they twist and turn all the time, so they'd be catching the light. Beautiful way to use them.
Check out on those. I shall tell you now. I have, yes. Okay. Some peridot for you next. Can you believe we're saying next month's birthstone? Bonkers, isn't it? Bonkers.
And it's nearly here.
It really is, round the corner. One of the most uplifting colours of gemstone you can ever wish to wear. It really is. And so nice. You know what? I think this shows off the quality of the peridot, because more often than not we see it faceted, we see it in rondelles, you know, we don't get a chance to see it just open, where that surface is bouncing with colour. But it's $4.95 as well, Alison.
It's
you know, as
brilliant.
you do.
As you do.
$4.95 under a fiver.
Love it. It works beautifully between square wire, particularly because you're getting that flat surface and it looks
Nice
lovely.
idea.
And you're getting this
I've not seen
river
that wire for ages.
Oh, I know, I love it. It's the cut's beautiful. I love peridot. I used some I did a multi-layer weaving, and I just used a little, they were small rounds, but they would have worked perfectly. Just again, you're just having that accent colour, and because it's such a strong colour, it works beautifully.
It's such a pop, isn't it?
Yeah.
Such a pop of colour.
That with the praise light.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Very, I mean, contrast, because you've got the pastel and the vividness, but beautifully clean and bouncing the light round both of them. $4.95 only for next month's birthstone. So if you're unique selling, I can never remember what the P is, the USP. Your unique selling point. Thank you. It was there. Point. Is birthstone gemstones for your jewellery. This is one that needs to be in your collection to work with for August, definitely. It's all natural. All that colour's natural. It's one of the most amazing gemstones, an idiochromatic gemstone as well. So that colour is forming as that gemstone is forming. It's not kind of added afterwards by Mother Nature. And you're under a fiver for it. Bonkers!
It is bonkers. Again, it makes nice, simple rings because it lies flat.
Yes.
And you can stack them and they look beautiful.
So really, I think I would like to almost see that as well, if we could. It's not often that we get a chance to see that cut anywhere, but certainly not glowing like that. Can you imagine popping a fine wire through that and almost making like a brangle?
Yes, yes.
It'd be lovely, wouldn't it?
That would be amazing because you've got that surface area, you've got just amazing colour coming through it. Love it.
Bouncing.
It did. The light just bounced off it when you put it on your wrist.
Beautiful pops. Every single one of those has a beautiful pop of colour. It's not, it's not just one or two on the side. It's the whole shebang. It's got a gorgeous pop of colour. And all that is yours for only $4.95.
Wow.
Numbers on your screen. Make sure you're checking out, excuse me, and hold those lines. Well done. I'm going to move on to... Yeah. So we had the Beryl rounds for you earlier. Those little tiny 4mm Beryl rounds that had really strong pastel colours. Have a look at these. Oh, look at the blues and the pinks. Now, again, we've talked about the nuggets. We've talked about, what you can do with so many of these. You've got the pinks of your Morganite, you've got the blues of your Aquamarine on this strand. And again, really a strong sense of those blues and pinks in this strand, isn't there? 260 carats of it as well. 10 by
Wow.
4 to 24 by 5. 38 centimetre strand. A little bit low on the quantity for this one, so if you want it, you're going to need to be quick. We've got it all for you from the area of Marambaia in Brazil. Now, again, it is multicolour Beryl. It's not just multi-tonal Beryl. It's not just lots of different tones of the blues. You are getting a mix of the blues and the pinks in this one. We're at $9.95. And we're going to move on that price point for you. 0800 644 655. Last stock on all of these pieces. We've got the second kit coming up with Alison very, very soon indeed. We're at $6.95 tonight.
Crazy night.
Yeah, isn't it?
It's crazy.
So good. You've had, you know, a whole beautiful showcase on a brand new gemstone tonight. We're also able to visit old favourites, of course. We've got the Labradorite coming up for you in the last hour that's going to be gorgeous as well as some last of stock pieces to bring you all the way through until 10 o'clock. If you're watching on the repeat show, by all means, try for the Mexican window fire opal. Try for it.
I can say, because I missed out on a ruby many years ago, missed out on the ruby, I don't know, I was awake at about 3 a.m. for some stupid reason. Oh, I'll just have a look. Blow me, it was there and I got it.
Brilliant.
So it's always worth checking.
It is, definitely, definitely. Always worth a try if you're watching us on the repeat show, definitely. We had about 11 people who hadn't checked out. We had 8 left. Maybe we can revisit it at the end of the night for you just to see where we're at with that. But try it if you're on the repeat show. I've got them right here. Now, I know that we had for you earlier these little delicate butterflies. Bear with me just 2 seconds. So, the reason I do this is because I just think that this gemstone with yellow gold is the bomb. I do. I think it is stunning. So we had these last of stock butterflies for you at the start of the show. Just in between those.
See, wouldn't I pop it on top? I'd
actually, would you?
Yeah, I'd actually pop it on one of the stones.
Idea. That's a really nice idea. There is.
Beautiful.
Say that again for me, Roz. 14. Sorry. I'm just chatting away there. We've got 14 of these strands left, and that's it. Beautiful. They're like an oval nugget. It's like half oval, half nugget. Let's call it a novel. Or an uvget. 65 carats. Look at the pyrite. Ooh,
that's amazing.
It is beautiful. Starry, starry nights. It's like looking at constellations, isn't it?
Fab shapes for rings.
Yes.
Especially when you're starting off because you've got that drill hole. If you're not confident with prong setting or things like that, these are brilliant. Absolutely fantastic for things
they're
like
gorgeous. So smooth and that polish as well. £7.95, the very last 14 strands in the world though. You're going to need to make sure that you are checking out and confirming 65 carats of lapis lazuli from Afghanistan, all natural and all unenhanced, and the last of stock. There's about 5 left, that's it. Check it out, check it out, check it out. Please do. If you've got that in your basket, there's 5 chances left, and that's it. When they're gone, they're gone. Hold those lines, hold those lines. Okay. I have got those, yeah. Excuse me just a second. Do excuse me. Yes, I have. I tell you what, pop a lark's head on here and just, or even with the lapis lazuli. Where's that lapis lazuli gone now? What did I do with that? Did anybody see what I did with the lapis lazuli?
You put it back on the middle
I did.
strand.
Well done. Thank you, my darling. She's like a Hawkeye.
Oh, I don't miss gemstones. I don't miss them.
Now look, in the centre, with your lapis lazuli coming through as the band, just looking at the, oh, please, that is beautiful. I love these colours together. Love them. Okay, so These are going to be less than £1 each.
Silly.
Nice big connector points. Beautiful, almost like chantilly lace design in these. Beautiful golden colour, £4.95. What would you be tempted to do?
Right, well, there's lots of possibilities here because there's so many connections. Connection. I'm seeing them as quite Bollywood.
I love that idea though.
But you see on the outside ring.
Yeah.
You see here, they're hit and miss with their set-in one.
Yes, so it's like a cabochoned dome and then it's inverted, isn't it?
Yeah, so if you had a little 2mm gemstone, you could be popping your gemstones in there if you wanted.
Nice idea.
You can resin. I saw we had resin back on the show the other day.
Yeah, we did.
Right? So you could put resin in each of these marquee shapes and leave the other ones blank.
And it would need to be bold colour for Bollywood, wouldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you can connect, like I say, you can connect through any of these multiple points. Fantastic, absolutely fantastic with seed beading.
Yes, absolutely.
Russian leaves coming off. If you've got a whole rook of Russian leaves coming off from the bottom of there, that would make an amazing earring.
Yeah, it would.
Or pendant. It would be
very big, dramatic, regal Bollywood look, though, isn't it? It's the
brilliant.
They're
lovely.
Fab. They've got a lovely weight to them as well. They're not too heavy. So if you were going to kind of go for that sort of J-Lo kind of Beyonce big sort of summer look, let me just hold that there so you can see.
They're incredible.
Just kind of, with a little bit of a drop going on.
Yeah.
Like those.
They're
really
lovely.
do. Yeah, you could connect 2 of those. Oh, that would be it. Do you know what? That would be an earring and a half then, wouldn't it? Look at that.
I think we're into Pat Butcher. have we slipped? Oh, a Spanish siesta. Good
no, you're
call.
talking. That's the kind of you're talking. That's the look that your holiday earrings.
Yeah, absolutely.
And your caftans.
Ooh. I look like Dennis Roussos in a caftan.
Shush. Shush. I have got that one. Yeah, we did the rose gold colour. This is nice.
That's incredible.
Very, very, very low quantity. I like this a lot. It's like a disco ball.
You see, to me, that's a part of your jewellery. That's a feature.
It's absolutely. I couldn't agree with you more.
You could almost get rid of one of those connectors and have it at the end of the piece of jewellery.
Yeah.
It's stunning.
This is a 16mm, so it's a nice big size. And again, just to kind of, it is important that you can see how strong the actual magnet is. So if I just put the one side here.
I love that. I love the way it jumps.
And it just jumps. So if you have got dexterity issues and you're kind of worrying about putting a clasp on, the thing is with this, it's so strong. You could have quite a weighty piece of jewellery being carried by this, couldn't you?
Absolutely.
Certainly being featured by it. Have a look at this. Now, these are last of stock. They're at $7.95. I've got multi-buying going on in this opportunity as well. You've got lovely big connector points there. You do need to make sure that you are checking out and confirming. So in our second kit with Alison, we are focusing on Labradorite with your plated wire. They are mesmerising, aren't they?
Best Labradorites I've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, hang on a minute. Hold the phone. Say that again.
They were the best Labradorites I've ever had.
Big
statement
to make.
Yeah.
I think the quality of the Labradorite definitely backs that up. We've got some extraordinary designs, some beautiful shapes, some stunning performance of light, and it's all coming up in the kit with Alison and myself and the Late Show on the other side of this.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@JewelleryMaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7DU, and make sure you don't forget your customer number. Get making and good luck. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Jewellery Maker are very excited to be bringing you the launch of the Knotty Do-It-All tool. We'll be joined by special guest Sandra Younger, who designed this tool, and she will be demonstrating how to achieve professional results quickly and easily using this clever invention. The Knotty Do-It-All is a multifunctional cord knotting tool that will help you master a variety of knotting techniques. The Knotty Do-It-All tool, this Saturday at 11 AM.
Buying with Jewellery Maker online couldn't be easier. Just head over to our website, JewelleryMaker.com, and click on the register link. Simply fill in the required fields and you can shop 24/7. You'll also be privy to a faster checkout and personalised offers. Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
Getting started with Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. When you spend with us £4.95, you will get a free welcome pack. That welcome pack will give you pretty much everything you need to get started. From a manual, which will help you to familiarise yourself with all of the items that you're going to be creating and all of the products that you need, including tools and findings and threads. You'll also get a DVD and step-by-step project cards. These cards and the DVD will give you the chance to be able to create a wonderful arrangement of different items of jewellery. Plus, you'll also get a free 3-pack of tools. These will be everything you need to get started. So, getting started with the Jewellery Maker couldn't be easier. So why not give it a go today? Jewellery Maker, your one-stop shop for all your jewellery making needs.
First discovered in 1786, moldavite is a gemstone that's literally from out of this world. This rare forest to olive green gem is the result of a meteorite which struck the Earth in southern Germany approximately 14.8 million years ago. When the meteorite hit the Earth, so much kinetic energy was released that the heat liquefied the planet and the meteorite and erupted back into space, which then came raining back down through the atmosphere. 99% of this fascinating gem has been found in South Bohemian localities, with the largest deposits being found in the Czech Republic by the Moldau River Valley, hence its name. Rarer than diamonds and continuing to increase in value, this rare gem is estimated to disappear within 5 to 10 years. Moldavite on Jewellery Maker.
Love Jewellery Maker but don't have an account? You can now purchase items on the Jewellery Maker website through our guest checkout. To do so, select the products you wish to purchase and head over to the shopping basket. Simply enter your email address and select Continue as Guest below. After this, the checkout process is simple. Select your quantity and delivery option and then check out securely. Enter your billing details and either a credit card or PayPal account and proceed to payment. From here, you still have the option to create an account if you wish, making shopping online easier for you. Jewellery Maker. Create, wear, share.
Oh, welcome back to the last hour of the Late Show with myself and Alison and the Late Show team. Lovely to have your company. You made a big old statement just before that break then, my lovely, didn't you?
I did. I said it when I came in to Ross.
Mm-hmm.
These are the best Labradorites I've ever seen.
Okay. Why? Because you've worked with a lot. And I know you love it.
I love Labradorite. I've worked with a lot. Labradorescence is stunning off the scale, and the cut is just so beautiful.
It's quite extraordinary. It is an arrowhead at the end of the day, isn't it? Look at that.
You know, everywhere you turn this, you're getting, even on the back, you're getting the Labradorescence.
Well, yes.
It's coming up there, and it's not as visible on screen from the back, but it is. And every one I had was stunning. I'm sorry, I'm sinking.
That's okay. I was thinking she started in there. She's just... Are you all right, darling?
Hello, can she go?
So let's have a look at your designs. Let's have a look at your beautiful set, and then talk me through. Let's have a look at them individually. And so, which one do we start with? Okay. Now, the reason that I want to talk is because obviously, when
can I turn?
Yeah, I was just about to say we need to move it, move it. We need to move it, move it.
That was one of the best ones.
Tilt it back a bit. Tilt it back. I'll tell you what, I'll hand it over. Hand it over, darling.
Give it to a professional. Sorry, I'll whip it out of shot. I do apologise.
The only reason I'm asking is because you just need. It's just the lighting in the studio, and it looks dead.
Look at that.
And I promise you, there is nothing dead about this Labradorite. It is just incredible. Sometimes when they're on the bust, and the angles of the bust don't hit the light settings here in the studio, it means that they just don't get to perform as they want to. And quite frankly, beautiful. Beautiful. So that is piece number one. Let's grab, do you know what I was going to say?
Would you like me to pass them over?
Yeah, is that all right? Shall we just grab them and, lovely. Okay, so it just means that we look at this. I mean, in the studio, if it behaves like this in the studio, you are going to get an absolute winner.
Look at that. You've got, you see, I've said it before, I'm going to say it again, it should be called Rainbow Labradorite.
It's so difficult, isn't it? Because then, you know,
that's got all the colours.
It has. And I'm looking at the big screen over in the corner of the studio and looking at this close-up as you are at home down your TV screen. And that is to die for. Now, Alison was just talking about the reverse of these beauties. And so she ain't lying.
No, I mean...
She only speaks the truth. And you can see the quality, it's just outstanding. So that's the second design that Alison's kind of put together for us with this beautiful shape.
We'll come back to that one.
Let's have a look at, and again, I want to take you through them. I think it's really important that you see the different design settings that Alison's done for us, and just how amazing. And you know, for Alison, who's worked with this gemstone for such a long time, to say that it is the best Labradorite that she has ever worked with, you know, it's a big statement to make, but my goodness me, it comes with its own validation, that does, doesn't it?
It does. My workplace, I work in my lounge. We have the curtains shut most of the time because we've got computers and Lord knows what on the table that's right in front of the window, and we're near a road, so I'm a bit like a mole. I'm a bit like a mole. So the lighting in there we're trying to change when we find some that's better is rubbish. So sometimes you get things out and it's like, and then you see it in proper light and you're like, wow, like that. I was like, oh my gosh, and I couldn't take my eyes off it. This went, no, I'm here. I don't care what your lighting's like. I'm going to perform. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Let's grab the other two, and then we'll go through. Thank you, my lovely. Oh, that's it. That's the one there.
So this one had a bit of a story because I came down on the train and there is another half to it, but I smashed it.
Oh!
I had an accident on the train. So the demo is going to be replacing that half. So there's another one that hangs upside down, hence the loops at the bottom.
I see.
Before people say,
I was thinking you meant the Labradorite, you meant the actual design itself.
Well, yeah, I broke the Labradorite. And
okay.
Look at that, look at that.
Yeah.
Oh, look at it.
Beautiful. Okay, let's bring the graphics onto the kit and I'm going to talk you through it. Right then, my lovely. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pass you that one.
Yeah.
And then I'll give you two back.
Oh, thank you.
And I'll keep two back here just so that we can refer to them. But let's talk you through this kit. So you're getting 195 carats of pure, amazing natural Labradorite. So important that you know it's not coated, it's not fissure filled. You will get different size faceted pentagons. Think of them as arrowheads because they really do come across as kind of flint arrowheads. Now, let's just go quickly through the wire, all right? Because the wire is 10 metres of your 1.25. Crikey, not seen that in ages. Alison is rallying around that. So 10 metres of the 1.25 gauge. Then we've got for you 10 metres of your 0.8, 10 metres of your 0.4. Silver-plated copper round wire for you. So the 1.25 we'll come to in a second as to why Alison's like, yes. But let me show you what I've got here in our second sample. So this is quite extraordinary.
Look at the purples.
That's exciting. That's otherworldly, isn't it? I just find the magic, the energy, the jet of those colours coming through, and it is like a linear jet of ultraviolet. It's just astonishing. So that's just one of them. And then what I'm going to do, and obviously all of the kits will be different, and they're not hand-picked. You know, it is literally just selected from the warehouse, and that's it, and it's here. So this is a slightly smaller size with the golden schiller and labradorescence, and a little bit of the, oh my gosh, look at that!
See what I mean?
Oh, wowzers.
Amazing.
I tell you what, Madagascar has been good to us. It really has. So again, all the same shape and facets, but all of them play a little differently.
Look at that.
They are magical. They really are. Last two to show you. And I just want to show you the quality in the set before we've even started placing them in your pieces of jewellery.
See, I love that sort of oldie worldy gold.
It's beautiful, isn't it?
It's
like a rose gold appearing in a labradorite. It's amazing. And yet, from my angle, I can't see any of that. I can only see it down the camera lens. It is an astonishing gemstone. It is a firm favourite of mine. Have a look at this. Last one to show you. All good. Don't know which one's my favourite, but they're all beautiful. So, you're getting your sizable faceted pentagons, all different sizes. And again, what I will say is that they really are quite something else.
You see, I was very tempted to do
Oh, were you?
a big statement piece, and I thought, oh no, I need to separate them out. I do need to separate them out.
And I really do apologise. You're not going to see any of the labradorescence at that angle there, because it's just in the studio lights. But again, if I was to angle those up for you and sort of present them in a certain angle in the light in the studio, you will see what we just saw a moment ago. So, you are guaranteed 195 carats over 5 faceted pieces plus the wire. Very quickly, the 1.25 wire, why were you, yay?
It's great. It's a big structural wire, excuse me.
I know.
So you can make it, you can make the torques very easily. Perfect for that. Great for going to your craft shows and things like that. It's fab. You can just make them in minutes, seconds. It's great for, you've got some substantial pieces. Some of these are huge, and that it sort of validates it. It validates it. It holds it. I mean, the other one you've got there is literally only held in by those two bits coming down.
Look at that.
So those two bits.
How open and exposed is it as well, though, with that, you know?
But you see, you couldn't do that with much finer wire.
No.
That structure holds it, and it's not going anywhere.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Okay. Let's bring in your price point for this, and let's get to Alison's demo. They are extraordinary natural and enhanced labradorites. We're at $44.95, plus then, of course, your copper wire as well. Remember, you're getting the 1.25 millimetre gauge. Oh, lovely. Say that again for me. So if you take the wire out of the equation, so imagine the wire package is free, those beautiful labradorites work out at £8.99 per labradorite. Happy days, happy days. So
not happy.
They are, no, I know you're not, but you're going to get a chance to work with these, and they are. That's just mesmerising.
You see that big one? You're looking at 20, 30, 40 pounds.
Oh,
just for
easily.
that one on its own, depending on where you can buy it and source it. That's nearly your kit price. That is just phenomenal.
My lovely.
Sorry.
Over to you.
Over to me.
We are aghast, but we time is upon us. And it's over to you.
Okay. So, first off, I loved the shape. When Laura phoned me and said, "Oh, we've got these. Do you quite fancy doing the show?" And I went, "Oh, go on then."
Ow,
yes.
Ow, with my arm behind my back.
New shape. And it's amazingly beautiful. absolutely stunning. And because of the way they're faceted, I'm sorry, I'm going on again.
No, not at all. You talk away, my lovely.
Each plane you get the light in, you're getting something different. So as you move around, you can see with this, you know, and then
it
the
seems
light
to
will
follow you around the room.
It does.
Like that magical energy, that magical light source. Yeah, it is beautiful.
So Mother Nature does it superbly.
She's fab.
She's so good. So the where am I going? This one.
Okay.
Yes, that one. So that was a two-piece. So
imagine, if you will,
that had that hanging below.
Okay.
Yeah. so that was kind of just below, but I took it off because it was terribly.
It fell on the train.
It had something heavy fall on it, actually.
Oh dear.
But we'll leave that.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to recreate it. So it's the same for both sides, except one finishes with a veil and the other one just finishes with a flourish.
Okay, darling. Yeah.
Flourish. So we're starting off. I've got part of the frame done, but I want to show you how to start off.
Yes, please.
This is beautiful. You can just make with this, and I'm slightly digressing. I digress a lot. If you just take that, it's one of the best things. You're saying starting off and easy. This you can just make into a ring, just like. Let's roll that round a bit. Pop it round. And you pop it round there, and you do it with the other side.
Because of the gauge.
And because of the gauge, you can put wear that as a ring.
Okay.
Obviously, you haven't done both sides. But it's so quick and easy to do things like that. You can do bracelets like that. You can do whatever they're called.
Torques.
Torques.
Yep.
Yeah. You can use it for a necklace torque. You can put substantial weight from them. So they're great for doing that. They're great for structure. So for building things like teddy bears and stuff like that. It's nice to have that.
Cool.
Leaving that where it is. So it's always nice. But when you start doing things with multiple layers, if you've got 3 of them, it's quite tough.
Oh, okay.
So you've got 1.25 times 3, so you're at 3.75.
75, yeah.
That's a lot of wire to try and bend and manipulate. Even though it's beautiful, it's still a lot of wire. Okay. By the way, if you twist about 6 strands of it, it makes the most incredible rope torque.
Oh wow!
Absolutely stunning.
But that's solid.
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. You need something like a little pan to actually bend it round.
Oh, okay.
But it's amazing. It looks incredible. Or does the bracelet. Anyway, so by the by. So we're going to start off with this. I digressed because I love it. And what we're going to do is when you're doing the loops, I'm funny. I like them all to go the same way.
Okay.
So just think about that. It just adds to the aesthetic of a piece. Things like that are all about finishing touches. It's all about actually not lifting it a bit.
Okay.
So, because and what I'm going to do is just literally bend it round my pliers. You see how malleable it is?
Yeah.
It's beautiful. Now, to get the smaller one, and these are beautiful, fine pliers. I've still got my original set from my original toolkit, which I still use. But again, like we did with the pliers earlier,
they have got
these
much finer,
tiny, finer points. So pop those in, and we've got a beautiful little loop. Now, to get the next one, you literally just want to move it over a bit, but we can move these.
Okay.
I roll loops down wire. It's great.
Okay.
Okay, so bearing in mind that I am like I am, I want my wire to come finish over the front. So I'm literally going to bend it and fetch it over the front. Now, this is going to be too wide. So if I pop my gemstone there, it's too wide for 3 loops. You could do 2 loops if you wanted, but I want them just to go on this flat piece here.
Yeah.
So when I say roll, most people undo that and then fetch the wire along and then twist it.
Okay.
You roll it, and if you roll it over and then just straighten that bit, it moves it into position without you getting any of the telltale signs you've done it. So that's a top tip. Roll your wire. So the other side, what you've got to remember is you want to come around the back, because we want this coming over and finishing at the back. So I'm going to roll that out, and again, I'm just going to roll that into place. There we go. And then you can pull that down. So these all end up all higgledy-piggledy. Well, they do when I do it. Yeah. Take a bit more time, and do take time, but you will find they end up a bit higgledy-piggledy, especially if you've got to roll them. And the other thing is, just watch your sizes. I'm just going to make that one, because it's going to annoy me, a little bit bigger.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, and we're going to flatten that out a bit. So we've got our first, if I go to the overhead there, we can see we've got our first one. This is going to be the core. So on this design, we've got the 1.25 in the middle and the 0.8, which we all consider as quite a structural wire.
Yeah, absolutely, but you've kind of used it as a wrapper.
Well, it's kind of framing the 1.25,
Okay.
but it feels so insubstantial after you've handled this. It's so weird. You actually take it and you think, oh, this is really flimsy. Now, if I go away and I come back to it, just this on its own, then it does feel structural again. So just be aware, you're not gonna suddenly go, oh my gosh, this is terrible. Sorry, I've got a funny ear earpiece that goes a bit louder.
Oh, no.
Sorry, so I just turned you down a bit, Roz, because I could hear you a lot. So, right, sorry.
That's all right, my lovely.
So,
okay.
when I've got to this piece, when I've got to there, we're going to put our 2 pieces of 0.8. It's a bit like, it's an optical illusion, but it's a bit like when you have 0.25 wire and go back to 0.4.
Okay.
0.4 seems so stiff after you've used 0.25, and yet it's not. It's just an optical, because you've used to having this 0.25, which is so, it's just butter. It's just melted butter. But yeah, so be aware, because you'll think you'll go, is this really 0.8? Have I got I do. Have I got 0.6 by mistake? No, I didn't have any 0.6. Anyway, so we're going to put a piece of 0.8 either side. The other thing is, this is the 1.25 would be quite tough to do prongs or little dents in.
Okay.
You could do it, but it makes it chunkier.
Okay.
And it takes a bit of the refinement off. So that's the other reason I want the 0.8, but I wanted the 1.25 for the structure in the middle. So we're going to bracket the structure, and we're going to start at the middle. And this is a shorter piece. You want enough wire to go all the way around.
Yeah.
And then a couple of inches extra, or maybe 3 or 4 inches extra. Okay, now I've lost my 0.24. Bear with me. I'm going to lean over here.
It'll be there. There we go.
There it is. Now, because these come on the reel, unlike the
silver ones,
the silver, I took it through there. That's the end.
Oh, is this to stop it from just coming off that reel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have I got the right one? Yeah. And then you've got this one.
Yes.
Now, it will unreel. You can see it coming off there. So, top tip. I'm about top tips today.
I know, I'm loving it. All the top tips.
Okay. So, to stop it going, to anchor it, pop it in there. I had a workshop the other day, and one lady left it, and there was just this
mass
ball of wire.
I can imagine.
So just pop your loop through and turn it over, and then you just unhook it. It doesn't damage it because it's not tight. So we're now safe. The other thing you can do is pop it in one of the sturdy bags that the heavier wire usually comes in, or a sock.
Or a sock.
Or a sock.
I'm loving these top tips tonight.
If you're lucky enough, because I can never get them because they disappear, we usually have some. They're like
little guards for them.
And you can pull it through, but it doesn't unravel. But I never managed to get them, so it's a make do and mend. Okay, so I'm just going to wrap a couple of times round the wire, all 3 wires. Don't worry too much. You want to try and keep one on each side. I think I've crossed over there. Whoops. There we go. Don't worry too much. Move over to the next gap a couple of times round. Move over to the next gap a couple of times round, and then a couple of times at the end. Now here's where you get to adjust. We're going to finish it at that point, and I'm just going to splay those out a little bit. And if you find they've just scrunched up a bit, just press there and they should spread back out.
Okay.
See how those pinged back
Yeah,
out?
yeah.
Okay. But what we want to do is measure against that. Now, the 3 loops, some of these, like I say, they came in different sizes. Am I better off without this? You're losing that. Okay. So I don't want to bend after I've done that wrap because it would stick out too much.
Yes, okay.
So I'm going to place my bend, and again, back to me pliers.
Good old chain nose pliers that we had on for you earlier.
I'm going right in and bending, so you can see you've got the loop and you've bent inside the loop. Okay,
following that shape.
And that will give you enough room.
Oh, nice. Yes.
To put that in.
Lovely.
Okay, so we do that each side.
It's lovely to get that nice defined shape.
Yeah, and it is because it's a nice geometric shape.
Yeah, lovely.
It works beautiful with this. What you've got to remember is they're not necessarily, they're gemstones, and they've been cut for the gemstone
of
first.
Course, yeah.
So they might not be exactly symmetrical.
Yeah, of course.
But you can't tell. You don't go, oh, look at that, that's a bit unsymmetrical. So, okay, so when we get to here, what we need to do is come out, and I haven't prong set them because I thought, well, I'll do something a bit different. It was tempting, but then I love prong setting, so I thought, no, I'll do some different ways.
They look gorgeous how you've set them, though.
So I'm just going to kink it out. So this is another very common way to set Labradorite, any, what they're called, cabochon. First off, I'm going to finish off that because we don't need it anymore. Wrap 2 or 3 times round the centre, and then
Snippety snip.
get in there with your flush cutters and just snip off. And you can do that with both sides.
This is from Susan, who says, Alison, you're simply fabulous. I am in awe. Thank you, Susan, Northern Ireland. Susan, thank you for sending the message in. Really lovely to have your company tonight, and lovely message to send in as well. She is awesome. That's why we have her back. That's why we let her back in.
The thing is, they can't get me out.
No, they can't get rid of her. She just thought, do you know what? They can't get rid of me. I better be good.
Right, so what I'm going to do, a bit like we did the back, we're going to put a kink in, but we're going to put it up close to there. So we're just going to put a kink in. Now I'm holding on to the bottom wire.
Okay.
Okay, so we're going to put a kink in there, and I want one at the back. So again, I'm going to put my pliers in and just twist your wrist. Now, you're then going to cinch it in. So it doesn't matter if they're not perfectly level, but you're going to cinch that in, and then these bend over the cabochon. So when we get to the cinched in bit, all we're going to take, so this has got a lot less wire wrapping than the others. It just takes, you can use your scrap bits of wire, pop it round, and we're just, actually, I would say, wrap round your core wire first, and then wrap it in a couple of times, and then fetch it back through to that core.
We are just popping some of the V-making pliers, excuse me, on your screen. Oh, yes, they're over here. I've got them. Okay, so yeah, they are a bit funny looking.
Fab.
Check them out. We were asking Alison about sort of different tools with different wires. Alison was like, yeah, these are fab. So these are your V-making pliers, $9.95 on your screen.
Primed and ready to go.
Yeah.
Can I borrow them?
Of course, yes.
So these do what they say. What it says on the tin. They bend in a V.
But I'm assuming it's a very distinct, very sharp.
Yeah, it's a very sharp V, and it will bend because you've got this depth here. It will do multiples. So if you've been doing your wire wrapping, absolutely perfect. So let's imagine that I've done that all together. When you try and bend them together, you don't necessarily get it all right. So you can pop it in there. Now, these aren't wire wrapped, so it might go a bit. And get the most perfect bend.
Lovely, all at the same time.
That is fab.
Great.
So for something like this, where you want that bend,
yes, it's a really good point.
You want that bend, and then you can adjust it. So wherever you're going,
lovely,
you get this beautiful bend. So it's doing a right angle.
Lovely.
No, it's not quite a right angle. It's less than 90 degrees. That way, oh, that way, that way. So it's an acute angle. Thank you,
Lovely.
Ross. Yes, I'm very obtuse. It's a beautiful, beautiful, sturdy piece of kit.
Yeah.
Beautiful spring action. So look, I mean,
it just gives that lovely professional finish as well, though, doesn't it?
So light to use, very professional finish, and like I say, for doing wrapped pieces, it's superb because your pliers will push it out the way. This will take it all at the same time.
Smashing stuff.
Love that piece of kit.
Lovely. Well, fingers crossed you've got that. No, not at all. Fingers crossed you've got that in your collection. £9.95 on your screen.
Now I've got to unbend me.
That's okay. You unbend.
Unbend me bit. Okay, so I've just wrapped those around.
Yep.
Okay, we can trim off the wires. Now, squidging it up that way gets them all a bit tidier. See how they've gone quite tight there? So it just gives it a bit of a better finish.
Yeah.
And then the other thing you do is squidge that way. Now, by squidging that way, you're work hardening the wire again.
Yes.
You're fixing it, it kind of bites into the other wire.
Okay.
So it holds its position better.
Okay.
So if you've done it quite tight, and it also makes sure all your other wires are where you want them to be.
Okay.
Okay. So we then fit it. Now the thing with cabochons like this is you keep offering it up.
Okay.
Okay. So keep going back. Is that in the right angle? Does it fit? Where are we going next?
Okay.
So next will be to put the bend in.
Next bend.
Now I've put that a bit far down.
Okay.
Yeah, ideally, now I've squidged it, of course. That's a good point. You would check that before you squidge it and finalise it, because I would want to move that ideally back to this join. I can bend it there, but it won't look as good. So if I put my bend in about there, this is why you keep offering it, because that's not in the right place. I'm going to pop there. There we go. And then you're testing it. Now, because of the way I've done that wrap, it's not holding brilliantly there. Look at that colour.
Beautiful gemstone. Absolutely mesmerising. I mean, that looks like a little work of art, like an abstract work of art, doesn't it? Look at the colours, the pinks, the golds, the greens. And that's just from, you know, quite way away on camera 4 there.
Yeah. And yet, from me, looking here, it's a bright gold and a blue.
Extraordinary.
Love this. You've got to love it. So by doing this, sorry, back to the demo. Today, I get distracted by gemstones a lot.
We're like magpies, though, aren't
we are. So what you can do is, if it doesn't quite, is just pull it over like that. Now, you'll also find it will bed in once you've got the whole lot done. So, blues and purples. Do you know what? I love my job. And I come to work and I see amazing gemstones and it's brilliant. And then some days you just come in and you are so blown away, you know. And
today's one of those days with the opals and the labradorite in your kit, isn't it, really?
Gosh almighty. So I'm going to move on to the other one now. So you do that on both sides and pull it in.
Okay.
So I'll get rid of that one.
Just throw that over there.
So I've opened this out to use it, so we're going to squidge that back
colours.
in.
They are balmy, aren't they?
They're incredible.
So good.
Okay, I'm going to pop that in, and as you can see, I've bent that one round, and I need to bend that one round. So we're just going to pop a bend there. I tend to do a pliers, or if I've got a very acute one, I'll use the other pliers.
Yeah, the V ones that we just
the
saw.
V-ones,
yeah.
Because I want it to fit in a hug. Now I want it to be right up there. So we're going to fetch that round, and if it's not quite there, then by all means, just reposition. Just reposition that a bit. Get your angle right. Pop it back in. You do a lot when I'm cabochon setting. I do a lot of try it, pop it out, pop it in.
Yeah. It's important, I think, as well, when you want that really lovely snug fit for the gemstone, isn't it?
Absolutely, absolutely. So when we're going to do the other side, she says, which way did I do it? Oh, I did it that way. Oh, so I'm going to measure down to the end of the gemstone, and I'm actually going to bend these wires, so I want that to be fitting at the bottom, held in place. And when I get to the point, you come out of the way, I'm actually going to pop my wires there, my pliers, my wires, and bend that back. And then I'm going to pop the other one there and bend those wires back a bit, and then get rid of that curl. So that now we're getting to the point where that's almost held already.
Yeah, it is.
But this is a bit insecure here.
Yes, okay.
So, but we're starting at this side. So I'm actually going to pop a twist, and it'll pull the point 8 through, which is why it's ideal to do it with the point 8. So I'll try and do that to camera 2. Let me see. Right, so this is going to be interesting. Let me shuffle a bit. So although I've got the bend there, because the point 8 is malleable enough to do this, if I pop that there, can you see that? And then I'm going, wrong way, Alison. So I'm going to just twist that way. So you're getting this kink coming in, which is mirroring the one at the top. And if I put those back with the gemstone in it, just bear with me, I can then hold that up. And you can see how they kind of are meeting at the back.
Yeah.
Now again, I will tweak those to get those perfectly, but once that pulls in, it makes it easier.
Yes, it does. Yeah.
So let me just do it the other side, because the other thing I'm going to do, I'll do that quickly. That way. And do you know, it's really weird doing it back to front and upside down. So I've got all my 4 points now that I want to add. So I'm going to go in. Now, sometimes I do this as a task for myself, and I will try and do it without any binding wire.
Okay.
So I know I've used binding wire up there, but when you get to this bit, you can actually take that around, because it's the point 8, and you can actually secure it literally just by taking that point 8 round. Now that's going to have pulled that out of shape, so we just need to pull that
It's very
back
malleable,
into
it's
shape.
quite forgiving though, isn't it?
Beautifully forgiving. So I just want to pull that back into shape a bit. I've been a bit energetic with them. See how energetic I've been? And I'll pop you back in there. Come here, you. Back up here. There you go. We're going to pull you on there, and we're going to pull you, whoops, on there. So have a play if you want. It can go wrong or it can go right. I need to pull that one in, so it's all about tweaking. But that isn't going anywhere. It's not.
It's not.
Do you know, I did that once, and I can't remember who I was on with, and they went, because I went, look, it's not coming out anywhere. And I did it to the ring of the opal when I was at home, and I'm like, no, that's set, it's not coming out.
Oh my goodness. Hey, you've got to have confidence in your wire work for that.
And the presenter went, it's fine. I'd have looked a right muppet if it had gone flinging across. But I've done so many of them that
Okay.
I know it's not coming out.
Nice and secure.
Phew. So, and then you just tidying these up, basically you can start doing your flounces, because we've used it for a bail on that one.
Yes.
But you
so
can,
obviously you're not going to necessarily have
No.
something coming from the end of this one, it's just going to finish at that point.
Yeah.
So would you mimic maybe the curls? What you...
Yeah, I'd probably do curls. I'd put them in something aesthetically pleasing, so I'd probably graduate. Now I'm going to have a problem with this, because I've got an even number, and it's just not good. So it can look a bit sort of personish. Hey. But anyway, we're not going for the person look, are we? So to finish them, I just pop a little loop, and just like you would a P loop, hold it down to the end, do your loop, and then literally twist it around, and just sort of, basically you're doing a scroll at the end. So you start with your loop, pop your loop in, and then smoothly twist that around. and you can just make your loops out of, there you go, you can see it on there, out of all of them. And then your jump rings, if I can go over to the bust, well, come with me, come with me. And then that would sit, and because it's loose,
yes,
that Labradorite at the bottom will move, and you're going to get all those colours. Even more so.
How are you linking those two?
Just jump rings. So with the 1.25, I'd literally just make some jump rings, and then just stick it together.
Lovely. Beautiful. The Labradorites are astonishing, aren't they?
Yeah.
Oh. Absolutely astonishing. Thank you, Alison, my darling, very, very much indeed. Absolutely gorgeous stuff. We could talk about that all day and all night. However, I've got to start by for you next. We've got some beautiful silver pearls. Have a look at these. They are a silver colour. It's a soft colour. It's not a deep grey. It's not like a Tahitian deep sort of almost a green-black pearl. It's a really soft silver. They're very distinctive, aren't they?
They are. It's almost like a dove. You know, that grey, velvety, gentle grey, isn't it?
Very, very. It's such a really soft, silvery grey. It is a 6mm near round. Wow, okay. A 6mm near round pearl. Wow. $14.95 is where we're starting this star buy opportunity. But we are not stopping there. 0800 644 655. Do make sure that you are checking out and confirming as soon as you can. $11.95.
Near round.
And they really are.
I was going to say, they look round to me, to my eye.
They really are.
Wow.
A 6mm near round. Oh, just get Fleur Hastings Pearl Knotting DVD. Knot 'em, wear 'em, enjoy 'em.
Yeah, absolutely.
At that price.
Stunning.
38cm strand as well, so it's a really decent. I would definitely be multi-buying on those. They remind me of the Akoya pearls.
Oh, yes.
The small Akoya pearls. Lovely, lovely pearlescence and rounds on them. Lovely stuff. $11.95 on your screen to be able to own those.
Incredible.
Oh, they're lovely. Hold the lines on those.
Do you want me to take those out your way?
Thank you, my darling. Cheers, lovely.
You're getting a bit cluttered.
Well, it's always busy on this side of the desk. Oh, look at
I'm always happy to take things out of your way.
So we got 2 strands. Did you just say? Oh, what have I got going on here then?
Oh.
Side drilled.
Wow.
There we go. So, oh, they're lovely. Oh my gosh, get out with that beautiful, beautiful luster. Oh my gosh, the sheen and the pearlescence on those. They're gorgeous, aren't they? Love the organic shape.
I do as well, but you've still got that sort of like flat bottom that you can use to your advantage.
They are gorgeous. They're side drilled, as you can see. $14.95 on your screen. I imagine they would, I mean, let me just have a look and see how beautifully they are going to sit.
Stunning.
With that lovely flat side to them. They're lovely.
Fantastic with that flat size for rings. Absolutely brilliant for rings.
Lovely idea.
They're stunning.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because they just nestle there, don't they?
Yes, they do indeed.
I think they're nicer than a round pearl for that.
I love the fact that because they're side drilled, you are going to be able to anchor that in place, aren't you?
Absolutely, very, very easily.
Yeah, and securely as well, which is lovely. You're getting a 40cm strand, 11 by 8mm, all unenhanced. There's no bleaching, there's no dyeing. And I know that when you're seeing such pure colour like this in your pearls, you start thinking to yourself that maybe they're bleached, maybe they're dyed. Oh, they are not. They are gorgeous, and I'm hoping that they are yours. Hold the lines. Now, I've got a beautiful twist curve chain in actual gold.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Look at the sparkle on this. That is lovely. How subtle, just on its own. 16-inch, 9-carat gold twist curve chain. 16 inches in length. You've got your gold clasp as well. What I particularly love is that you have got some diamond cutting going on here. I know it doesn't say that in the description, but you can see it. You can see the diamond cutting. For under £30, that is a 9-carat gold chain. For under £30.
That's amazing.
Wowzers. Let me take it up to the neckline for you. Give you a chance to see just that. It's just a little bit of gold. It's just that little thread of gold, that little glint that's going to catch the light.
Beautiful.
Isn't that lovely? Look at it catching the light. That's amazing. That's here in the studio catching the light.
See those those half-drilled pearls we had earlier?
Yes.
Just one of those popped on that chain would look, wow.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
Really would be.
Stunning, that chain.
Gorgeous stuff. I love diamond cut in a chain. I think it is a remarkably subtle way of bringing a little bit of pizzazz to gold. And to silver, of course, as well. And to platinum.
Yeah.
$29.95 on your screen. Or that 16-inch length, and of course the clasp as well in your gold.
Stunning.
Very last of stock on these. Very classy. Very classy. Hold the lines on those. We've got about 10-ish minutes left.
God blimey.
I know.
That's gone quick. Wow.
It has indeed. Now these, what did you call these? Small tumbles, my foot.
Massive.
Small. Ain't nothing small about these. Look at those. Now they are not small. Look at the size of that one. Crikey. Yes, I've got tiny, tiny, tiny hands. That's what it is. You've got extremely large, that sounds so weird to say that, but you know what I mean, extremely large kunzites on this strand. When it says it's a small tumble, I'm really sorry. Now, so that's a small tumble, okay? That's a small tumble, that's not. And most of the strand is much bigger than the small one. So, you know, we spoke earlier about the spodumene family, and we spoke earlier about ice kunzite. If kunzite is present, it means it's got manganese in it. Every single one of these has got a little hint of delicate pinks. Now, some of them have got a little bit of grey masking on there, but again, when you're looking at it natural, from South Africa, no dye. Do you know that normally your kunzite is irradiated to achieve that pink colour? Every one of these is unenhanced.
Wow.
$14.95. Look at the size of these. Small, I don't think so. We're at $14.95 for 125 carats of 8x7 to 10x8mm kunzites.
They're amazing. I actually love these.
The ones with the different tone in them.
Yeah.
It's nice to see those frosted pinks and lilacs moving into the more clear colour spodumene. Hold those lines. Okay, now I don't even want to mention probably what's just happened. I think it's probably best that we just bear in mind Welsh and all of that. But we at 7 o'clock tonight launched a brand new gemstone that is to our gemologist Marie's best knowledge, it is the UK first ever TV launch of our Mexican window fire opal. An extraordinary opportunity to own the Copper Canyon of Chihuahua in Mexico.
I have to laugh every time you say that.
It is a real place. The Copper Canyon in Chihuahua in Mexico with the host rock as your rhyolite. And then embedded, growing in the rhyolite is your fire opal. So this is strawberry fire opal in your rose desert sand rhyolite with play of colour that we never normally see in a fire opal from this area. Normally we see a single body of colour like a red or an orange or a honey. But this, and this is totally natural, this is totally unenhanced. And so that's just one example. And if you missed the launch, try and watch the repeat show or go back to our YouTube channel and try and watch tonight to kind of get to grips with the rarity and the extraordinary collectability of this beauty. So this launch tonight, you get 2 beautiful, now window is the fact that the opal is translucent, and of course to get that so that's the window into the forming host rock, which is of course your rhyolite. There's even some druzy in there, which is quite astonishing. The pink stone that you're seeing is the host rock, which is really quite something else. That's your rhyolite. That is, look at those colours, blimey. A lot of you came in to get hold of this amazing kit that, of course, Alison was able to work with. We also got 1 metre of the 1 mil wire, 5 metres of the 0.4 solid sterling silver wire, and those 2 beautiful cabochons. Now, I believe we've got 6 kits left. 6 out of 24 kits, we have 6 left. Now, you're guaranteed 40 carats, but you will be given an opportunity to have different shapes. Ovals, we saw marquise, we saw teardrops, we saw triangular shapes, it's kind of like a free form shape. But I think what is really important is that you understand that these are 100% natural. We've never had them here before. As far as Marie is concerned, it's never been on any UK TV launch when it comes to this beautiful gemstone. Do your research, have a look and see what you'd be paying for that mesmerising gemstone. But we'll go back to what Alison was saying earlier about how working with this gemstone, I know that you've felt quite a privilege in working with this one, haven't you, sweetheart? Let's just show you the one that, of course, Alison was working with.
Oh, that one, yeah.
In the demo earlier, just to show you the different shapes.
Look at that.
Look at that.
It's amazing.
And all of that, and again, you know, we talk about rhyolite, we talk about ancient volcanic activity, we talk about natural orange or red fire opal embedded naturally within that rhyolite, and so diaphanous, so clear that you can actually see rainbows of, you know, performing light shows in there. And that's what's so important, is that you don't normally get that in your fire opal within this location. Yes, if you are sourcing opal from Ethiopia, you expect that hydrophane opal to have explosive play of colour. But Mexico isn't famous for that. Mexico is famous for its bodies of colour, its reds, its oranges, it's sometimes incredible clarity within those colours. But if you were to try and capture that play of colour in a red opal, normally you buy as much amazing Ethiopian opal as you possibly can, and then you dye it, and you still maintain that play of colour, but you change the body. This is not one of those moments. This is your Copper Canyon rhyolite and outstanding fire opal, and I think you can see that it's a big thing for us here at JM. We're extremely excited about being able to showcase that for you. Very different, very collectible. Extreme connoisseurs will only really apply for this, I think, because of course it is one of the most considered purchase price points of the year, I would say, but it's also probably the launch of the 8 years that we've been running.
It's been building up for a long time, hasn't it?
Well, we've never seen anything like it. We've never had the opportunity. And you think, you know, this has been hidden in the Copper Canyon. This has been hidden there for, you know, millions and millions of years. And then all of a sudden, we get our hands on a beautiful deposit of it, which is great. Let's show the ring that Alison created. It was, again, a much smaller window. However, don't be fooled by the small window that we got, because look at that. And just rotate it to show, look, electric neon light colours coming through there. It's a really impressive gemstone, isn't it? Really is. Please make sure that you are checking out and confirming. You've got a 30-day money-back guarantee on those, so use it to your advantage. Really, please do use that to your advantage. Get it home, look at it. See if you're as excited about this as we are here at JM. I know when I spoke to Marie earlier, I said earlier that the passion, the pizzazz, everything that she, just the animation in the way that she was talking about this gemstone was extremely exciting. So I'm hoping that you're as excited as we are. I mean, at that angle there, I'm seeing reds and oranges. I know you won't be able to see that down the camera lens, it's facing the other way, but the light in the studio is hitting it and it's just amazing. Okay, I am moving on to... I have got a teardrop solid sterling silver necklace. Yeah?
That's gorgeous.
It's lovely, isn't it?
Oh, listen to that.
Yeah, you can. It's a very, very luxurious. Look at this.
Wow.
It is gorgeous. Rhodium plated solid sterling silver, so one of our highest end solid sterling silver necklaces. It does have a 2-inch extender as well. Look how bright the silver work is there because of that rhodium plating, the member of the platinum family that you've got there. It's got a really decent lobster claw clasp as well. What I am going to do is I'm going to just take it up to the neckline for you, just so you kind of get an idea of how this sits with that balance. Now,
it's beautiful, isn't it?
Oh, hang on. Watch the mic. Look at that.
Brilliant.
It looks so expensive. If you think about Links of London, if you think about you think about those big brands, they are asking a lot of money. I was very, very lucky because on my 40th back in February, I got a lot of beautiful jewellery from my family. It was all branded. But being in the jewellery industry and just going, they charge how much for that? Good gracious me. One of those moments, $34.95 on your screen. $34.95. It's a lot of solid sterling silver that you've got there. It's the rhodium platinum family plating. It's a substantial, beautiful piece of jewellery as well. And really decent extender chain and clasp. Let me just show you that as well.
See, I always like that, because if you don't want to use it, then you've got that chain to use somewhere else.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh, that's the jewellery maker within speaking right there, isn't it? It really is.
That is use that.
Yeah. Make sure you're checking out last of stock on that one for you. I'm going to move on then to... Oh, thank you, Lucy. So again, my darling. Third one. Towards, away, the green one.
That's
Black
the third
Spinel.
plus one. Oh, sparkle.
Love this. Oh. Now, we had some black spinel earlier in kind of saucer shapes, didn't we? This is quite the diva strand, isn't it, really? This is your embrace your dark side, wear me, I'm black spinel. It's 140 carats, a black spinel, graduated faceted rondelles, 5x4 to 8x3, 19 centimetre strand, beautiful. Look at the lustre. Absolutely gorgeous.
You see, this is your red carpet strand, isn't it?
Just...
You imagine all the flashlights photographing you with that on.
Ping, ping, ping. Listen, thank you so much for joining us here tonight. Thank you to everybody who joined us for the launch. Thank you, Alison. When are you back in, darling?
Monday.
Oh,
back on Monday.
No rest for the wicked, as they say. Listen, thank you so much for joining us tonight. Thank you to the Late Show team as well. Please do make sure that you are joining us. If you can watch us on the repeat show, fingers crossed you get those opals. We will see you all again in the morning. Bye.
The Jewellery Maker Wall of Fame is where you get to showcase your skills as a jewellery designer. Each week, one lucky entrant will win £100 credited to their account, and the runner-up receives £50. If you want to enter your design, just send a photo to studio@JewelleryMaker.com, or you can post your photos to Jewellery Maker Studio, Ivy House, Henley Road, Studley, B80 7.